He's such
I
a good
didn't
Toad.
watch it because I didnn't like Jared Padaletto. And hey, Jared
Padaletto.
But Jared Padaletto.
So close.
I just created a new entity, and I'm correct on
Fan
either
art.
count.
We need some fan art.
He's dumb as a rock, but somehow he gets involved with like these, like I picture like this Wolf of Wall Street situation where he's so stupid and he's the fall guy for these guys and he goes to prison or something. Like I could see that because he thinks he's so cool and then he's just the patsy for them.
All right. So I really enjoyed seeing Angela this episode, really putting those pieces together. Like Carla said, these breadcrumbs in the shape of a slice of bread. And it is frustrating to see that, but it's a lot of fun seeing her putting all these pieces together. And
Wow.
Whoa, that was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be.
I'm pacing myself, Erin.
That's what she said. I'm sorry, I got so excited.
It's okay. Oh, but that's why it's at half mast because it's not the good fudge.
It's gonna make for a really unpleasurable experience. I'll tell you that. Like Nixon, no lube.
You didn't earn the lube.
No lube was earned. Damn it. We're going in dry.
You know why.
Looks like he doesn't bathe. Yes, thank you. He's a stereotypical one who doesn't like wash his legs.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't.
He
doesn't not wash the legs. Nothing is washed.
Nothing gets washed.
Nothing is
agree.
washed.
I'm
tip
sure
to
that's
toe.
You'll hear about it. It'll be fun. It'll be me in control and nobody else. So, Carla. So Jesse
This
wants
is a
to
whole podcast now.
Jesse wants to know. I'm going to start muting everybody soon.
Aaron just
Self-mute.
and there's the other next bingo card.
Okay, hi. I forgot it just ends. So that was our intro. So some of you will notice that a couple of the people in that intro are not on. So hopefully they will be able to, well, I know Jen won't be able to pop in, but hopefully Susie might. She might if she's able to at some point. But you will notice they're not on here, but I decided to include them anyway, or actually I'd made this beforehand. You will see Jen like constantly throughout this. So she will be here in spirit. So will Susie. Hi, Mal. Hi, Bex. So this is just going to be a very laid back thing, just going over our favorite moments, talking about what our favorite episodes were. Feel free to say that in the comments as well. And then I have tons of clips. So probably too many clips, but I have tons of clips. Some of them are NSFW, but if you've ever watched one of our Dexter live streams, especially, you understand how NSFW those get. So this will be fun, I think. I hope it will be. And we're also going to play some games of like asking each other questions. So feel free to ask us questions in the comments. And also like this or that, I'm going to make panelists choose between things. They're not prepared for this. So, and they can make me choose too. So I'm not prepared for it either, but we'll see how this goes. So what I'm going to do is have everybody introduce themselves by telling me something. This can be something light. I should have said something light if you want it to be something you really, really are hoping for. Me and Bex in the chat, all we need for a party. Mal. So something you're hoping for in 2022. So Carla, who features in about 95% of the clips we're going to be playing tonight.
Hey, sometimes I'm just sitting there quietly listening to people speak.
It's true.
I like Meg's face of, really though? So, okay,
When
so
you
a
forget
thing.
to take yourself off mute.
Okay, yes. Yes, that is true. That's also true. So something that I'm hoping for in 2022 is that I will be able to see you in person. Hopefully, be able to travel and see my friends and hug them in person as opposed to just virtually. Not that I don't enjoy seeing your faces in a digital format, but time for more.
Yeah, I agree. Am I missing something? I'm sorry.
Oh, Mal says that I have to keep an eye on Christian Bale in the corner. And let me tell you how very true that is.
Yeah,
He's like
he
a
got
cat.
mad at me. He got mad at me last night during our Dark Knight.
He did.
He was very mad at me because
He was.
I insulted Joseph Gordon-Levitt's performance in The Dark Knight Rises. I hate him in that movie.
And Christian was not having it. He defended JGL. I'm so proud of him.
Pissed off Meg too.
Meg's about to
No,
slam
I'm
the
just
leave
hurt.
studio button.
I know. I
Taking it
heard a lot
very
of people.
personally.
I heard a lot of people. I'm sorry. I don't like the character too. I hate the character of Robin, so that could be why. So Meg's leaving. She's that offended.
I don't feel that strongly about it.
Christian did, man. So Aaron, what are you looking for?
I'm kind of like, I'm sorry, I'm sick and I'm losing my voice, so
Oh,
if
no.
I can't talk.
Oh no.
I have tea. It's okay in my super.
Well, thanks for
Like-
joining.
That's okay. I don't feel that bad. Just my voice is not great.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like along the lines of Carla. I'm looking forward to seeing people in person and going to conventions again. I think I've been waiting forever to go to conventions. I know there was some this year, but I just didn't. There were some big ones I just didn't
Sorry,
want
I
to go
heard the
to.
dog.
Yeah, I know. I thought, well, if we're not recording for like a recording, then he could sit here, but he's like legit freaking out right now, doing his chasing thing. So yeah, conventions specifically in February is Gallifrey One, the Doctor Who convention, and I finally for 2020 I managed to by some miracle get full weekend passes for San Diego Comic-Con, and then has been rolled over twice now. So I'm really hoping that 2022 is the year that I get to go all 4 days, because I've only ever gotten like single days in like their bizarre lottery situation they have. So yeah, I finally pulled all the days and I haven't been able to go yet. So I'm really, really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Well, that's a great one. Yeah. And Meg, what are you looking forward to?
Honestly, I'm gonna kind of say the same. I'm really excited, Aaron. I'm actually hopefully gonna see you
I know.
in real life for the first time
I know.
ever.
I know. It's amazing. I will not cry at all because I'm not emotional.
Definitely. We are definitely not criers, neither of us. And yeah, I'm hoping to just kind of see friends and be able to get out more. I don't know. It's very cool. I'm like, I just want to play more D&D, you guys. I'm just kidding. Which is also true. But that's it. I don't know. I just want it to be better. That's all. Like my hopes are not high. My dreams and wishes are not large.
Yeah.
I just want to see people in real life again.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what we all, yeah. Tiff.
Yeah, mine is kind of the same as everybody else. I just want this Panama Canal to ease on down the road, and I want to see my people. I was lucky enough to see Aaron in summer, last summer, so that was great. But I haven't seen Carla in forever. I haven't seen Meg in person in like 5 ever. It's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah, it's been
and
wild.
we only got to spend like that one afternoon together.
I know. Well, no, we went on vacation.
Well, that's when we went to Boston, but I came and saw you in California.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But
That was 5 years ago. My gosh, that was a long time. Jeez Louise. Anyway, yeah. sorry, I got off track. Yeah, but our local drive-in has still been showing. They have managed to pull like new releases. Usually it has not been new releases, it's been old stuff, but they are managing to pull new stuff now. So my oldest daughter is totally interested in doing it. She's never had the drive-in experience. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to go see Spider-Man on Friday.
I love the
Yay.
drive-in.
Me too, man.
I haven't been in forever. I'm excited.
I went to go see The Lost Boys this past summer at the drive-in at Red Rocks here in Colorado, and that was so much fun.
Yeah, we used to get an air mattress and blow it up in the back of my dad's truck, and like those reading pillows and stuff, and just kind of sit in the back of the truck and watch. It was amazing. I have a truck now. I can do that again. Not now, though. 'Cause
Well, before I say what mine are, just a couple of comments of what Mal and Bex are looking forward to. So Mal wants to read 4-letter word more. This is the one that Mal is trying to get me to do to cover for the fanfic.
Is that possible, Mal? Is it possible for you to read that fic more? Because I know how often you read it. You have to sleep, Mal.
And then Bex wants to meet any and all of us in real life. I'm for that, Bex. I really wanted to take a road trip. It probably wouldn't be this summer anyway, but later, and do like being able to see everybody, but I don't know. And both Bex and Mal have never been to a drive-in. That makes me so sad. Yeah. But what I'm looking forward to is pretty much the same as everybody else. And then also just a lot more of this. We, on our last Dexter live stream on last Thursday, we were talking about, so I'm putting this out to Meg and Aaron and Tiff as well. But we decided that it would be fun to do fandom thing theater. And I'm not kidding about this, like doing a radio show and writing it and doing it and it being, fandom related, something like that. So so everyone on here is invited to participate in that, because I know a lot of people were theater people, so I just think it would be, I know, Meg, I know. Radio show, yes, Mal's for that. So I'm putting that out there. That's something I would love to do, maybe end of the year or something like that. I just think it would be a fun thing to do, a radio play. So Tiff,
It's a
Aaron's
radio
like-
show thing.
Yeah, it's
Aaron's like, you know what I don't have what I have too much of? Free time.
I know. I know.
Let's write a radio show.
It's true. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have those 2 hours a day that I have free. That's way too much time. So I better fill it.
She's like, I don't need to sleep. What sleep? I can go without 30 minutes. 30-minute power nap.
Any suggestions we have for show episodes for Erin that she hasn't seen? She's like, I'm sorry, we got to push it back to 2023. I don't have time to watch all of this. But you know what? I'm going to write a show. And record it and edit it. Oh,
No big
Nice.
deal.
It's because I'm a Sag. I'm telling you, Tanya feels my thing. It's like if I don't have a bunch of stuff that is about to happen, I feel lost and useless. And plus,
Carla and I have offered our show for you to edit.
no. Sounds about Aaron. Yep, it's true, Max. Bex. I said, I'm sorry.
You just combine Meg
did.
and Bex.
I did. Yeah, Tanya and I are exactly like that. It's a Sag thing. I really think. Plus, to be honest, I'm not going to get into it because it's a lot of personal stuff. I'm dealing with a lot of I think I'm starting to have a midlife crisis, to be quite frank. But this is this podcast and all these things are the only thing that's keeping me afloat in my life. So I think that's why it's even more of trying to do that. Plus, a radio show would feed the actor in me, like these live streams do. So that's a lot of the reason I wanted to do that. Theater. Yeah, we just, it's the theater. Okay, so we're going to now play a couple of clips. I decided since I have so many, we'll play a couple. We're going to play first some Dexter bloopers, and then we're going to play one of our not suitable.
Just one.
One row.
Yes, just one. So this is a callback to our last Dexter stream. We had more porn bots because we do have video of that. Maybe I'll play that too. So I'll do 3. Everybody's like, Aaron, this is
Y'all
gonna be
are too damn thirsty. You get the porn bots coming.
Yeah. So we're gonna do Dexter bloopers. We'll do the porn bots, and then one that you'll see. You're gonna all love me for making so many of these. You're gonna be like, why are we even here? Okay, but remember, we're all still gonna be on the screen while we're watching these. But also remember that our mics are not muted. So whatever we say during this gets heard, just to let you know. Okay, here we go.
That feels like
Oh,
a
sorry.
challenge.
So welcome. We are talking about episode 7. I had to look at the ticker because I couldn't remember which episode number we were on for a minute there. But anyway, thank you both. And I keep forgetting we're still live. Oh, sorry, everybody. This is about Pandora's box. I mean, not Pandora's box.
What in actual hell?
Oh, there's always a delay between this and YouTube, whatever. My heart broke.
You
So
just have given up.
yeah, I'm off except for podcast stuff.
This is going great. No,
clips.
I'm only on 47% of them.
I know. I was sharing clips. Panera just popped up and said, "Are you hungry?" I'm sorry.
That, because of the way that Logan, he was very firm and professional. What?
Aaron started like, yeah.
Sorry.
I haven't even said the good part
I was
yet.
distracted.
Okay, so are you distracted by Logan? Is this what's going on here?
Yeah.
So your Logan Day. I don't know what your Logan Day. I don't know. Your Logan story. Go ahead.
Oh, the Logan. Okay, so before she starts conjugating Logan in Italian, which how do you conjugate a noun anyway? But I'm sure Aaron could find a way. Oh, baby's for cease and desist.
Yeah.
What?
Restraining order. And
What did you
Baby's first cease and desist.
Oh, I thought you said baby's first season. Who is this? Let's talk about Harrison. So Garla.
Oh, okay, so
I thought that was like
just
actually
throw it back
it.
to
It
me.
was like,
Okay.
So
Mhm. Tell me more about that.
mhm.
that's what I'm hoping happens more than anything else other than Kurt being murdered is I want them to sit. Whoa.
If not a wig, then maybe just pieces added in.
Well, I think the red was ouch.
Why you're just so nonchalant about a serial killer murdering Harrison. And then it's like at one point I was like, well,
You
maybe
mean Rita murdered?
Or Rita, sorry, yeah. sorry.
I forgot for a
That's a
second we
timer.
were live on television on YouTube, and I was about to say something, and I'm not going to say it now. So. You okay,
Is
Carla?
that all right?
Carla, are you okay? Carla?
Oh.
Carla, are you okay?
I'm fine. It was just like something you sounded very like robotic, like and I was like, okay, I should probably restart this page.
Oh, okay. Because I was watching your face, and I'm like, did I do something to piss off Carla? Did she really not like karaoke that much?
I'm offended.
Anyway, so yes.
Oh, I'm all tangled. Jesus Christ. I can't do anything.
There are discussions on there too, so about some stuff. So it's really good. I think the aliens are coming to take somebody away right now. I hear the noise. Coming January 2nd.
They're like, nah, we're good.
Oh no, they're coming back. Where we find it is, of course, Dexter has found. Sorry.
Whoa.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Such professionalism.
Right.
This one's angry. Ooh, I can see a lot of
Okay,
thrust
we
here.
just got some porn person in our car.
We made it! Holiday porn! Where's
Okay. Also has something to do with stripping, kind of. Kind of. And that's why we got a porn person watching ours. First time for everything. Oh my gosh. What is with all these fucking sex people? All these porn people are finding us.
They
Oh
think that
my God.
They also think that Last Holiday is a sexy movie.
Yeah.
They agree, and they're not wrong.
The porn bots are
What the
bad.
hell is going on?
I'm very excited about the porn bots. I love this interaction. Kim
Yeah.
Basinger is so freaking gorgeous in it. More porn bots are here, and I love it.
Oh.
One quibble. Okay, excuse me, love face XYZ. How do you strip without clothing? That's
They
just
just-
showing up naked.
Just peel their skin off.
Like, are you too lazy to strip up your clothing? It's no work stripping. I have no dollars for stripping without clothing. You will not get a single from me. Love face XYZ.
Oh my God, we've got porn bots again.
Oh god.
I hope you summon
I'm
them.
assuming this is a pool. I'm gonna
Your
block
dreams
you.
align.
I mean, maybe they're talking about Dexter's dream.
the porn bots have finally made it to the Dexter live
To the
streams.
right
It was-
live stream. Just to the right live stream.
It was the last time you put the call out there, you put it out in the universe. You're like, porn bot, where are you? During Dexter.
They
Come on.
watched the last one. They're like, man, she is horny. We gotta go track her down.
It's just a horny time of the year. I don't know.
Rent? What does VUN stand for? Do we want to know?
That's what
We're
this
never
live
gonna
stream is about. We're just gonna
under
guess.
nudes.
Oh, vagina under nudes. That makes so much sense. For rent.
It's definitely not Voon Rent. I have never taken the time that to learn Voon Rent. I've always wanted to. Duolingo doesn't have it, unfortunately, so I'm out of luck there. My local library is not stocked on Voon Rent. Very
See?
good French.
You're just calling the porn bots now.
So thank you so much, Mal. Thank you to the porn bots. Just kidding. Visit us earlier. You just popped my porn bot bubble. When Jim Lindsay, or when Dexter says, when Angela pulls him over and says yes, when he says yes, mistress, I about died. I have to say, watching the live streams, how sweet. See, then he won't freak out when I pull out the handcuffs because he's
That's
used to
right.
that.
It'll go right into sub mode. It'll be fine.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
Stay there.
Yeah.
Don't come
Yes,
near me.
mistress. Yes.
So. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm never gonna get over that. Well, I I would keep it very professional, Michael C.
Totally.
Hall.
No. Michael C. Hall, she totally would. She would totally 100% keep it in her pants until she's done recording.
Yep.
Yes. I may have you close out by saying yes, mistress, but that welcome on this podcast. Anytime. I will not make you say yes, mistress.
I wouldn't believe that, but that's cool.
Now I want to make all my guests say that.
Yes, mistress.
Every time. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jen. Carla?
Good luck.
Good luck. That'll be the new sign off. Yes, mistress.
Yes, mistress. Or no, mistress.
All my podcasts need to go from now on.
Whoa.
When I have people sign their guest releases, I'll put that in there. You have to call me. You have to say yes, mistress, when you're on the podcast.
If you agree, please write yes, mistress at the bottom.
Yeah.
In lieu of a signature.
Yes.
So yes.
Yes. Yes, what?
Mistress.
Thank you. Yeah, Jen. You're learning.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like
yeah.
mistress is pleased.
Thank you, mistress.
I will be the submissive in this relationship. And I meant
You're a
it.
switch too.
Yes, we can do both. You can say yes, mistress, and I can say yes, sir, sometimes. So, anyway, sorry. Monday, so just let you know, and Jen and Carla will be there, right? It's going to be packed. There are like
Yes,
6
mistress.
people. And how he's like, "Do you want me to give you a ride back?" And she's like, "Yes,
Please.
yes, sir." Michael C. Hall. That man, he was so good, and he was also, yes, I just go ahead and you can dominate.
And
me.
she wonders
I will
why there are porn
in
bots.
this relationship. It's perfectly fine. Go ahead.
Wow. Those are good words coming from you. I love that.
Yes, and that was his voice singing that song, I believe, too.
Wow,
So
cool.
see, just more reasons for him to tie me up to the bed. So there you go.
Okay, so that
Gee,
yes,
I wonder why
mistress
there's so many
thing-
porn bots.
That yes, mistress thing has me 100% on Mal's side for saying 4-letter word as a thing to talk about.
Yeah, Mal did tell me that. Yeah, because I was like, the kinks one, and then she mentioned that one too. So yes. So those are just some of them. I've made a ton of these clips, so I hope everybody enjoyed those because you're right, Carla. That is why we get porn bots from those. That's why I was surprised it was the Christmas one and not the Dexter one that they showed up on, because the Dexter one is filled with that kind of stuff. I mean, we have intelligent conversations too, but Bex agrees with the 4-letter word.
The other thing I realized from that clip is I'm clearly too tame on your podcast, so I really need to ramp up the perviness.
Yeah, wait till you're the kinky one too. I think the kinky one is like that too. I don't know. There's a lot that I didn't even include that are, yeah. I mean, it's pretty bad. Okay, so I want to know, Carla, what is your favorite episode that you were on this past year? And then also, if Mal and Bex want to name the favorite episode, well, if Bex wants to name the favorite episode she was on, and then Mal, you can name some favorite episodes that you liked.
Okay, so the favorite episode, I have a lot to choose from. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. Just a few.
Just a couple. My favorite one though is the girlfriends episode, in part because it was just, it was a great show to talk about, but also because it was, just supposed to be about girlfriends, and then I think we were on for like 3 hours, and half of the time was just shooting the breeze, and then our love for Christian Bale just reared its beautiful head. And yeah. I mean, like, we wouldn't have the month of January dedicated to him without that recording.
Yay, Jen!
Wondering niece.
Yeah, I feel like you're here.
I know you're in like 95% of these clips, Jen. Yeah. I like that mention of girlfriends because it's true. It gave birth to our unofficial mascot, Christian effing Bale. So, you know. Aaron, what is your favorite episode that you were on?
That's a really hard one. I think this is probably no shock, but I think I'm going to go with Doctor Who, just because, like I feel like the four of us just talking, me and Meg and Marty and Susie, was so much fun, and there's like 50 more episodes that we could do on it. But and trying to explain things to you was pretty fun too. I could talk about that just like for the rest of my life, but I think that was good. I also really like got just a ton of things added to my watch list whenever we did international media. Like you and Sasha had just such amazing recommendations, and like all that stuff is still on my watch list because I've never had any time to watch it, but that was fun too. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. And Meg?
I have more than one.
Okay. That's fine.
Big shock, right?
We have no time limit here. Well, I mean, I don't because I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
So one of them is definitely the 91 Whiskey episode, just because it was really nice to actually sit and have a serious conversation about fanfic and give, even if it's just this one particular fanfic, but to give fanfiction the respect and attention I think it deserves. And yeah, it just happens to be like my favorite, which is all the better. And then revisiting Buffy was just, I just like talking about Buffy. I mean, that's it. And I think last one I promised, then the True Blood episode. That was such an interesting discussion, and it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed tearing apart shows that I loved and then let me down. But having some really good conversations about True Blood and its issues and its good aspects, virtues. I don't fucking know. Now I'm done. I wrote more down, but I'll keep it to 3.
Okay.
Because I have restraint.
And Tiff?
So, no, totally agree about revisiting Buffy because we can do a deep dive on Buffy like all
Every
year.
6 months.
I mean, basically, we can do a quarterly revisiting Buffy, and we still wouldn't scratch the surface of that.
Each Scooby member.
Exactly. Let's extrapolate every bit of each character.
6 hours on Spike.
So yeah, 6 hours on Spike's cheekbones.
Ooh. Sign me up for that one. I don't care if we're not actually going to do it. Just sign me up anyway.
3-hour
Exactly.
episode just on the Smashed episode.
Oh,
Just on the house coming down.
on the architectural integrity of the house falling
You
down.
can tell that house was not built in like the early
During
1900s or
coitus.
before. That was not quality construction.
It was not. It was definitely not. Anywho, yeah, and here's the family busting in because it's 2022.
Hi, kids.
Hi, children and husband. And then, but I think my favorite was the Guilty Pleasures episode.
I
Because
love
that
that
was, I mean,
episode
I
so
think
much.
it was
That
like
was good.
exactly what I needed at the time. It was lighthearted. It was fun.
Mhm.
I mean, it hit every bit of the bingo that I needed to like just chill out and hang with my faves and shoot the breeze about like anything and everything. And
Yeah.
and I took
it was
the
all the same
it was all of
panel.
it was all of us. And I took the blame for Carla's total obsession with Eurovision. because it was my recommendation.
Yes.
It was my recommendation that she watch Eurovision. I was
Everybody
like,
here thanks you for that.
yes, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. So yeah, I think that's got to be my fave.
Awesome. Yeah. Those are definitely some good ones. And before I give some of my faves for each of you, and some of them, multiple, not versions of you, but we're on these together. I'm going to go to the comments here, and Mal, and this is very, very special to me too, Mal. I just want to say, I know it's about you, but this is special to me that this happened. So the Queer Horror Trivia Night, because that's when they got their name, and also it was a fun time. That was my favorite trivia night too. That's like one of our most popular. Plus, it featured Roman and Tyler too. So I'm definitely inviting them back later this year. Tyler already put the call out that he wants to be invited to lots of things, and I'm like, I'll be in touch because I love those two so much, and I've got to figure out a way to get an episode, or maybe I shouldn't do this, where it is Tyler and Meg.
Yes, you should. No, you should absolutely do this.
Do that.
Do this.
Please.
If you have a date, remember when you're like, I can't really talk, my throat is super sore. that is when to do that.
That's true.
I don't even care what the topic is. I would love that.
I'm so jealous I miss Superstore.
So Bex can't decide between Superstore and Us. Yeah, and I love both of those, and I loved our Us one because Kim was on it too, and I really love your co-host, and I'm hoping she comes back too. So I loved having you on, Bex. So thank you. And then Mal's favorite non-live episode was the one about fandom and celebrities. That's one of my favorites too. And then Jen picked my favorite episode that Jen's been on too. And Tiff was on this one, and that's Base Motel. That was so much fun. And it was so much fun because that was a show I didn't know we were ever going to get the chance to do unless it was just Tiff and I. And when Jen suggested, I'm like, oh, and Tiff loves this too. So it's not because that was something that Tiff and I used to live tweet together. We would be the only ones watching it.
And now Carla into the ether.
Yes. It's one of the best shows ever.
I was like, is anybody listening to us?
Yep.
Nobody.
So that was definitely one of my faves too, Jen. And then Mal is saying they loved all of the Pride Month. Can't pick a fave. This coming Pride, I'll give some stuff towards the end. I'm going to give previews and tell you stuff that's coming up. But we are going to do 2 weeks of Queer as Folk. So lots of Queer as Folk coming your way.
It's so weird that Michael Scott is the first thing I think of when I hear Queer as Folk. And I know I've talked about it before, but every time it happens, I'm just like, why, Megan? Why is your brain like this?
Yeah. Yeah, you want Kim on the Whitney Houston one? Yeah. I think, and I don't know if you wrote her down, but yeah, I know you mentioned that before. So I'm going to mention for me, for Carla, I'm going to mention the Promising Young Woman episode. That episode just means a lot to me personally. So it's the most emotional one, I think. Excuse me, that we did all last year. So I just am going to mention that. I just think it's a really good one. Really hard to listen to, I'm sure, for some people, but it's a great one.
I was trying not to interrupt you.
And for Aaron, I loved doing the Chuck episode with you because I think that's the only episode that we've done where it was just the two of us.
I think so.
And it was just really cool just because of your love for that show. And I loved it too because I discovered it because we decided to do that. And I loved that episode. I thought that was a ton of fun. And then Meg, there are so many. It was so hard it's so hard to choose for all of you. But I went with Male Gaze, even though Carla was also on that one too, and Tanya was too. But just because I thought that was such a great discussion, that's still one of my favorite episodes. And then I agree with Fandom Confessions too. I want to double that, or second that, which all of you were on that one. That was so much fun. And then I already said for Jen, because I had Jen written down too here. And then for Tiff, I loved our American Crime Story episode. I loved that one.
We had such a good time on that. We really did. I loved how into it we got.
Yeah.
Especially with the OJ one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a great conversation, I thought. And I mean, that was a long episode, but just the two of us. It was like over 2 hours long. And it was definitely the best watch during that Ryan Murphy time for me. And it was just so much fun to discuss those and talk about, and also talk about real life experiences during the OJ trial. That was a lot of fun. So yeah. And then gushing about Darren Chris's performance was also fun because I love that performance so damn much.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my goodness.
I didn't know that.
I know. We could go on and on and on about that.
We both loved it. So it wasn't just me.
It was not.
He's talented. I don't blame you. I just like to tease you.
I know. He's so dang good in that, though. It's really kind of shocking. Not shocking isn't the right word, but it's mind-blowing. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And for Susie's not here, but a lot of the horror ones we did, especially Friday the 13th, because Friday the 13th is my least favorite of the four, as far as like in the franchise of the movies. But doing that with Susie, because that's Susie's favorite, gave me such a new appreciation for that. And plus, she was dressed as Jason during the whole thing. So that was awesome.
She has such awesome,
I know.
Her costumes are amazing. And that's actually, and what you just mentioned is one of my favorite things too about being on podcasts. And honestly, this one in particular, because even if I'm on something and I'm not a big fan of what we're talking about, I always come out of these things with a greater appreciation, if not for the thing itself, but for the art and the work and the effort that kind of goes into it. And yeah, Mal, we'll see you next summer. Or see you next year. Have a great summer.
Yeah, this does feel like getting yearbooks at the end of the school year.
As they used to write back in my day, stay sweet, keep in touch.
Stay sweet.
What a wild and crazy ride it's been.
Yeah.
Everybody always did the KIT,
Yes.
KIT. When you had nothing else to write.
Okay, I'm wondering though, how many of us had teachers sign their yearbook?
Oh man, wait, what?
Well,
I think it's possible.
This was in high school because
Carl,
I went to a weird school,
Pretty
so
sure.
I went to a weird, different alternative school. So,
But and for me, only in elementary and junior high, not in high school.
Because you were actually cool, unlike.
Yeah,
No,
I was not
totally
cool.
not.
I was cool.
I was never not cool, but the teacher never signed my yearbook.
I had my sign language. My ASL teacher signed my yearbook. Oh, Mal did, yeah. Oh yeah, Mal was one of the people who wrote a paragraph in everyone's yearbook.
Oh, that sounds. I believe
that tracks.
That tracks.
That's that's the word I was trying to come up with.
I would write stuff and no one would understand what I wrote because my handwriting is, Carla can vouch for this. She has seen it. My handwriting is so terrible that I get made fun of. Like, my husband yells at me when we're at the bank when I sign stuff because it's just like scribble lines.
That's the way mine is too.
So I'm like, hey, I'm going to be able to tell when someone is trying to forge my signature because it's actually my name.
My signature changed over the years. And I remember once my bank said, so your signature is very different than when you open your bank account.
Oh my God.
My beer was out on my patio and it's like 7 degrees out right now, so it's so cold.
God.
Well, we're going to go ahead and play some more clips.
Sorry.
No, you're funny. All of this will probably end up on some clip reel.
I hope I make it next time. No, I'm just kidding.
So we're going to do best of other live streams. So, these are just Dexter.
Just Dexter.
And then best of Ryan Murphy and American Horror Story Universe, because that took over my life. So those are what we're playing now. Let me just pull them
wanna
up
watch
here.
myself.
You just want to watch yourself. Angela, finally someone else who's talking about this stuff other than me.
Like, thank God
Oh,
I didn't get
this
my
is the
kids
wrong
to
one.
watch.
This is the wrong.
I
No, this is
almost
the right
gave
one.
this to my mother-in-law because she's like, "Oh, you're going to be on the internet again?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sometimes I'm on the internet." And I was like, "Should I share the link with her?" I was like, "Nah, I shouldn't."
Yeah, my
Show. Has anyone heard of the Amanda Show?
Amanda Bynes in her prime. Yes, I've heard of the Amanda Show.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Uh,
Scarlett's gonna
amazing.
leave now. She's like, I'm offended, Aaron. I'm never talking to you again.
Those are my honor. Oh, and anything Lacey Chalbert makes on Hallmark Channel. She has not done a movie wrong. And it's because her dad invented toaster strudel. Good for her. And she's got the power of Christ within her because she uses Christian Mingle. But she did it. She got it.
So Carla, what are your sixes? I don't know what to say for six, but
hot six,
Okay.
obviously. What's
A
your
lot of that.
hot six?
Well, my hot six is a threesome of documentary.
oh dang. That's not as I was hoping it would be, but
The sexiest documentaries you've ever seen.
Yes,
They're all about nature.
I am bringing the
they're all
steam.
about nature. So Carla, what are some of your numbers? Seven.
Okay, to the surprise of
Seven. Sorry. Carla gets it.
classic Christmas escrow,
Yeah.
a Christmas tax lien.
Christmas queen.
The Christmas peasant revolt. We have to leave the castle.
And I've never seen Home Alone.
You've never seen Home Alone? Like, I can forgive the Santa Claus, but Home Alone, which was
I know.
played on like
know.
every station back when all we had was regular
How is
TV
that possible?
for weeks on end,
was
from
totally not-
Thanksgiving to like New Year's.
You're officially Gen Z.
You're officially a boomer. I'm sorry.
Whoa. No. I don't want either one of those. So, hey,
You're
hey,
one or the other.
You're
No.
one or the other.
No, I'm Gen X.
No,
Uh-uh.
you haven't seen Home Alone. That's like
I know.
The
It
most
was my goal
baffling-
to watch it this time, and I didn't.
Musicals, you're broken inside.
Don't talk to us. Just stop watching now if you don't like musical. Just go away. We don't like you.
You can't sit with us at the lunch table.
Yeah. Are they owned by the same people? I
I'm
mean, it's
telling
like-
you, there's like a dude with white hair and a long beard sitting atop the corporate ladder of ABC and Fox, and they're like, no,
stroking that
they're like,
This looks too good.
this is wonderful.
People in
People
his
will-
head.
Exactly. People love this. Let's cancel it.
Mark Paul Gosselaar is just, oh my gosh. Woo, that man.
He's burly. I just
He
love it.
is burly and
He's
a very
burly with a beard like a lumberjack.
yes. I want to see him chopping
stuff.
some wood. I'm a morning person, but I would set my alarm for like 4 or 5 in the morning so I could read before school and so I could watch the news before school. This was when I was a little kid. Okay, I was a very, very hip kid. I like being in the middle, huh? Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't everybody?
that's what Aaron's into.
The actors we mentioned, except for Jeremy Renner, feel free to reach out to us at it's a fandomthingpod@gmail.com.
What if he pays you in Jeremy Red Bucks? Then you can use his app for free.
You would have to be willing to come on here and have me say, explain yourself.
Okay, all right.
In a heartbeat. Come on, Jack Black. I mean, don't call me because I'm married. But I'm just saying, in another universe, you would be a solid possibility.
But I've also just been having fun going down TikTok holes, which really need to stop saying holes, but it's true.
That's gonna be another bingo card spot as Aaron says holes.
Do I get
and
better?
then talks about very weird hole context. We're obviously on different sides of TikToks. I have like godlike spiders and a bunch of kind of hot rednecks dancing to a country song about Applebee's.
What?
Like, why are there not zombie dogs everywhere? Like
Zombie
dogs,
tiger ate them.
dogs would be so excited to see their owner, who's a zombie, and then zombie dogs, and then we
Zombie
have
dogs.
Resident Evil.
I'd watch that movie.
Zombie dogs.
Their tails are wagging all the time, and they're just nomming on brains. It would be amazing. It would be amazing.
Other side of the city.
Everybody loves dog movies. No one likes movies where dogs die, and these are undead dogs, zombie dogs.
Zombie dogs.
They will die.
A little dark for Disney, but sure.
Right?
Why? They
Okay.
won't
Well,
in
anyway,
the comics.
so we're gonna start this episode because I'd like to get started.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Aaron's like, I want to get out of this conversation.
No, this is
it
not.
doesn't deserve hammers.
not Dexter
It doesn't
Slide
deserve fight. This was the biggest fucking mess I've ever watched. And if it wasn't for podcast stuff, I would have bailed. Like
Me too,
as
man.
soon as those youths appeared in that second half of that first episode, fucking done.
It's just, oh my god. No, but like good for Mamie getting a hold of Thor's hammer and just and using that to the best of its ability. Good for her. Good for her. Made her see lightning. I'm proud of her. But she's like, he really liked my fudge. Like, hell yeah, he did. Like, goddamn, that must be some delicious fudge.
I'm so traumatized by fudge now. How mad would you be if there was pregnant Finn? That would just be bad.
Pregnant Finn. Yeah, I probably would not like pregnant Finn.
Right?
Could you imagine
But
like
it's a Finn. I would deal with it.
like a
Get over
pregnant
it.
Flynn plus a pregnant what is it, Doris? They're just like commiserating in pregnancy together. Like, oh my god.
Oh, she would be
And then
so annoying
Elma's
if she was
like-
pregnant with the alien baby. How much more
Oh my
annoying would she
Can
be?
you imagine?
I
She's
felt
like, have you
bad
guys
for
checked for
Doris.
Lyme disease in the baby? You should check for Lyme disease.
Do aliens have Lyme disease?
Do aliens do you have interstellar Lyme disease? Like you should check on that.
him. And it all started with a thing with Ryan Murphy and thinking that Ryan Murphy has to have a certain number of people with certain birth dates in certain months. And I literally created a spreadsheet for this. So it's this whole conspiracy thing. And it was a lot of fun. It went down a whole rabbit hole. Me and Jen were just like, oh wait, this actor's born in this month. Well, this actor's born in this month. I created a whole spreadsheet for every month, and all these actors went through a bunch of them, and then I went, okay, I can't do this anymore. And so far, it appears that October is Ryan Murphy's favorite month. Look that up. I guess he was in the latest American Crime. Oh my gosh, he was in the latest American Crime Story. It's coming back to Ryan Murphy again. Dang it!
We are stuck in the Murphyverse.
It's a mixture of like maybe Ryan writing down all of his different like kinks that he hasn't shown us yet and handing it to the writers and like pointing to the one conspiracy theorist dude and be like, make this work. Just walked away.
Oh, I just had a terrible thought.
Okay.
The rage of like grinding the placenta up and putting it in pills for moms to eat afterwards. Is that what these pills are?
Oh
my
they're
God.
ground
At
up
least it's
baby
a pill.
aliens.
I'm so disturbed right now. Surely somewhere there's some Harry Tristan fanfic.
That would be interesting.
Send us that.
Gravity.
Send me that. That's
Susie's on it. It's fine.
on my quest to never leave Ryan Murphy's. I almost said something really bad. I almost said Ryan Murphy's. Never mind.
What? Oh, no. What were you
Ryan
gonna say,
Murphy's
Aaron?
hole. Ryan Murphy's hole. Yeah, and that's part of the reason I'm never leaving the Ryan Murphy black hole. It's become my life. It's part of my life forever.
I
It
can't wait
needs to
to
be a
talk
bingo
to you
square.
about the lightest part of your Ryan Murphy hole. The great spot of your Ryan Murphy hole. The great spot.
I'm not gonna say this because I'm gonna get more stuff. I get so much Evan Peters stuff in my social media feeds. It's really obnoxious. Like on my Instagram, the most recommended stuff to me is Evan Peters stuff.
Somebody's just gonna ship them to you.
Hi, I'm Evan Peters. I was told to be here. Most women in that fandom love him. I mean, like, love him. Like, enough to make a pleasure aid with his face on it to sell on Etsy. So I'm gonna
They give him a bunch of random stuff. Like,
It's like, okay. He throws them all into a room and is like, you have 5 minutes to give me a script and we'll see what happens. And they're like, oh my god, they're taking the black pills. Oh my god, I got this.
gotta say, he's last points for presentation. Just to say
leave
that.
it alone. So it's become my life now, and I have to accept it. That's the first step, right?
Mm-hmm.
So-
Accepting your Ryan Murphy addiction.
Yes, I'm accepting it.
I can't believe I somehow was in that one because I don't watch AHS or Dexter or anything.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm talking about holes. I'm there. Diving right in.
And I do remember, Mal, when you had to bail because you got stuck in the elevator during one of our AHS live streams. I do remember that. Yeah, those were so much. They were so much fun. They made that bearable. And the ground up baby aliens, Aaron, would have been a much better conclusion to the story than what we got.
We would have been so much better at this.
I know we should have written that second half. It was so bad. It was so bad. So
I don't know
bad.
what you guys are talking about, but I feel like I'm not missing anything.
I know.
You're not. Trust me.
You're
It's
fine.
So bad. It's so bad.
So I almost grabbed my necklace and like actually choked myself.
That sounds dangerous.
It's been a long day, you guys.
Okay. So we might lose Tiff for just a second. Technical difficulties. So we lost Tiff for a second, but so then I want to know, Carla, what are some what are some of your other favorite episodes or moments? They don't have to be ones you were on, which I know is hard to choose because you were on.
Okay, this is going to sound completely cheesy, but I loved all of the live streams for Horror Month. Particularly,
shit, Carla.
Well, shut your face for a moment, Meg. Jesus.
Whoa.
I'm about to take this point back, just so you know. Because what I was going to say is that, especially the ones that Meg was on, because I love watching her vamp and just chat through stuff that she does not really know anything about, but is still having a great time and making it fun for everybody because she is a freaking delight, which I might have to take all of that back now.
No, you don't.
I agree.
And you
I
won't.
agree. I loved having Meg on those. I agree.
It's a lot of fun to watch.
It was fun because, yeah, I was just like, I don't know shit, but if you need someone to come and talk, so people are answering questions.
She's your girl.
Especially when you had the combo of Meg and Tyler, because I knew Meg and Tyler would be that way with each other.
That chemistry.
I predicted it.
It was beautiful.
They did not fail me.
And also the Donnie Darko episode, which was one of my favorites, just to listen back to even. And I don't often listen so excitedly about stuff that I'm on because I'm like, one, I was already on it. And two, like I talk a lot, but it was just, I love the movie. I love all of the points that were brought up. the panel that was on, it was just one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, that one was that one is one of my favorites too. It was the hardest episode I've had to edit this past year, last year. Not because
Sounds like a challenge.
not because of anything having to do with it was just a very hard personally to edit. But yeah, that was a very emotional episode. So but it was probably one of the best panels we've ever had on the show. Sorry, Megan. I hesitated to say that because I'm like,
Wow.
Whoa, shots fired.
Ouch.
I'm having technical difficulties too.
So, Erin, what are some of yours?
I had a lot written down. I think, let's see. Let me see what Carla didn't take. There's going to be nothing left for Meg. I did like all of the trivia live streams. I thought those were really entertaining to watch. I wasn't on very many because I don't know that much about horror, but they were really fun to watch.
Me too.
No, you didn't. It's fine.
I really liked the queer horror episode. I thought that was really interesting, and I think, yeah, Tyler and Roman are kind of awesome.
They're just the best.
Yes. I really like the convention episode. That just made me happy listening to everybody's stories, and then it made me sad because I haven't been to conventions in so long. But that was a really good one. I thought that was really sweet. All the amazing stories that everybody had about stuff. Shout out to just the Black Panther episode, because that made me cry whenever you guys were talking about Chadwick Boseman. I don't know why, but like some person that I've never even met, it just makes me really, really sad because he just seems so sweet. And then I really like, this is going to sound like I'm sucking up, but I promise I'm not. But I really love your interviews. I think you do amazing interviews.
Thank you.
I think Josh Rubin was really great. Tyler and Roman, obviously, because they're hilarious and just amazing. I think Neil Fraser was a really interesting interview too, because it got a lot of like behind the scenes stuff, and a lot of the things that he was talking about was I could really identify with. So I thought that was really interesting as well. But yeah, especially love the interviews.
Thank you. Those are some of my favorites. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for saying that. You are now still my favorite person.
Yes. Nailed it. Take that, Meg.
Yeah.
I know.
Meg.
I'm just out here in the cold. That's fine. Wah, wah, wah.
So, Meg.
None. Click. No.
Meg out.
No, I'm actually so happy you started doing live streams, because just as a panelist and listening, it's so much fun to interact with people who are watching and have that whole, I like to talk a lot with my hands too, which is great for everyone to see. It's been really fun. I think it's added a lot to the experience as a panelist. I know it probably makes editing a bit harder just because weird reactions to people in the chat. But let me think. Other things I really liked. I really liked the Me Too episode. Was that this year?
No,
of course it wasn't. Let me just talk about things that weren't this year. Let me just keep talking about that. And Supernatural episodes. No. I did enjoy popping into one of your guys' Dexter's live stream where I've never seen any of the episodes.
that was during my heartbreak too.
Yeah, like Aaron is so sad. Aaron is so sad, and I'm just like just bullshitting and having fun. Doctor Who was a great episode to be on. It's hard because I actually have a really hard time listening to myself in podcasts because I get really self-conscious and like get really in my own head about it. But the mental illness and films one was really good. I really liked Promising Young Woman. I thought that was this year too, right?
Yes.
Everything is a
January.
blur. I'm so
No, Meg,
sorry.
it was not this year.
It was January 2021.
You're an ass, and I love you. Psych was a lot of fun to talk about. I still haven't watched This Is Gus. I feel like such a failure psycho. And I just listened to the Donnie Darko episode because I just finally saw Donnie Darko for the first time ever. And I will tell you, Aaron and Carl probably both know this, but the version of Donnie Darko I watched the first time had weird cuts in it where the same scene kept being played in weird places in the movie. And I was very confused. I was like, what the hell is this? But I listened to your guy. I listened to this episode and I was like, holy shit, this episode's 3 hours long. Of course it is. Carla's there. And it's Aaron's favorite movie of all time. But it was so informative and really lighthearted and also got really in depth in what was going on in this movie and aspects that a lot of people probably didn't even think about. And we just did the Regency, and I loved that. That was so fun. I wrote down so many like recommendations, and now I'm gonna shut up. Not really. I will never shut up. I think. And Superstore was really fun, even though I had so much FOMO the entire time I was listening to it, because I was supposed to be at it and something came up and I couldn't. And also Gilmore Girls, just because I love how much Carla loves the Gilmore Girls and how much Aaron loves the Gilmore Girls.
The other
So
Aaron
very
loves it.
much.
No
You
way!
humored us.
Yes. That's one of our most popular episodes from 2021 is Gilmore Girls too. So
Because where you lead, I'll follow. Anywhere.
So I'll go to a couple of the comments here. Yes, and Sudden but Inevitable does have a great one as well for Donnie Darko. And then Bex loved the book adaptations live stream. I liked that one too. I thought that was a lot of fun too with Paula on it. Yeah, that was fun. And Meg, of course. And then I like this comment on the George Michael episode is our most popular episode from 2021, by the way. That's why we're going to do more music this year. But on the George Michael episode, they really liked when it was touched on how important people we never meet can be when they die. And that goes to the Chadwick Boseman thing that Aaron was saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, when Robin
Like
Williams died, that was like the celebrity death that really like hit me really, really way harder than I thought it would, because I never met the man, but he was such an integral part in my childhood and my kids' childhood, and it was just it broke my heart.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
No, well, some of my favorites, I love all my interviews. I do. It sounds egotistical to say, but yes, and Betty White, definitely Bex. Yeah. And it sounds egotistical to say that, but I do actually think I do a good job with those. And I've gotten so much good feedback from everybody I've ever interviewed. I mean, I've had people say that I am top tier of interview people. And so thank you, Carla. So that's been great. Like when I did the Colorado Festival of Horror, that was also showing that, especially the Brink Stevens was my favorite interview from that, but Xander Smith was my favorite person during that because he was very much like, it was a very interesting experience for me because he was like, oh no, you should get the better microphone. And it was kind of like, are you going to ask me a lot of tough questions and kind of playing around. And then, he kept afterwards when we were walking around, we ran into each other a couple times. He kept saying, you were so good. That was so much fun. That was so much fun. So that meant a lot to me too. So yeah. And I mean, personally, I'm not going to say I have a favorite, even though I do, but I love a lot of my interviews a lot. And I find it so interesting to talk to people that are creative. And especially, I think if they don't do interviews a lot, it's really interesting because you get to know a lot about their process and their thinking. And people are nervous when they first come on an interview. A lot of people are. And so I just try my best to put them at ease and make it be like a conversation. And I've been lucky that pretty much everyone, with the exception of a couple people, have been absolutely amazing to interview and have been absolutely amazing people. So I've been very blessed that way. So I will definitely shout out those. And I really want to do more. And of course, I have my vision board, but I have a bunch of writers coming up. So yes. And then I already mentioned, I think, as hard as it was to watch the Ryan Murphy stuff, even though I'm doing it to myself again this year, big time, those were some of my favorite episodes ever to do, because I think the conversations were so good. Even though Nip Tuck was the hardest show of all of those to rewatch, because I hate that show now. But I think the conversation with Eli and Pasha was so good, because it was, for all of us, this was a show we loved, and then we rewatched it and we discovered how awful it is and how damaging it is. And so to really delve into a creator like that and not be afraid to call out the horrible things that he does, I enjoyed that. I know that sounds weird, but I really enjoyed that. And it was the first time I ever watched Glee. I don't recommend binging Glee because it kind of gets boring after a while. But it was a lot for my psyche to take doing that. But it was fun, and so I'm doing it again because they're popular, and we're going to be doing every season of American Horror Story.
I
But
was gonna say 911 is not gonna like make you sad.
I'm sure that one will, and I'm sure the normal heart will make me sad, but not in the same way as watching Nip Tuck, a show about horrible, awful people who do horrible, awful things. So so that was hard, but I love those episodes so much. I already mentioned Bates Motel because I think that's so much fun. I liked our whole I always like our Pride Month, and I thought that was great. I loved talking about American Psycho because I'd been wanting to talk about that movie since I first saw it in the theater when it first came out. So that was a long time wanting to talk about 20 years of wanting to talk about that movie. Plus, I love the fact that it wasn't that episode, but I love the fact that Christian effing Bale became our unofficial mascot, because that's not something that was planned. That's not something I would have even expected to happen. And I'm so grateful it did. And I just love that and that's partly because of Carla too. And it's just this amazing thing, because I've loved him as an actor, but I really did not think, of all the people we've ever talked about, mentioned, never in a million years did I think Christian Epping Bale would become our unofficial mascot, but it fits for some reason. So yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I love a lot of our topic episodes, and those are always really popular. So I like those a lot. The Fandom Confessions episode, I know that was mentioned earlier. That was so much fun. I liked that a lot. I loved our women and eroticism episode. And I liked our BDSM episode, and I liked our mental health episode. That was a very hard episode to do, but my panelists were so great to open up. So I thought it was an important one to do. So yeah, and I mean, so many. There are only, sometimes there are ones that I will admit aren't as much of my favorites as others, but I learn something each time I do these from they all have Meg on them. No, just kidding. But I learned
That's
something.
what I thought. No.
I learned something from all my panelists. Thank you, Bex. Thank you for saying that it doesn't sound egotistical. Thank you. But I learned something from every single one of my panelists, and from every single one I do, every single episode, every single interview. Even if they're ones that it's not as enjoyable necessarily to do because it's hard emotionally, I still learn a lot. So I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate all my panelists coming on and spending the time and helping with this, because this is I'm more proud of this podcast than anything I've ever done in my life. So thank you. So I appreciate everyone being a part of that, because it wouldn't be what it is without the people that are parts of it. So thank you. And without help behind the scenes, I'm looking at two people right now, especially one person, Erin. So, I mean, really, it would not be.
She's not looking at me, guys. It's okay. Wonders episode was great, especially because I popped in
That
while I
was
was in a
fun.
bar watching a Packer game
That's
You
awesome.
were funny. You
to
were funny.
chat with you guys for a second. And all of the what we're into's.
Yes, I love those.
Those
We're going to do a
are
lot
just
of those
so
this
fun.
year.
It's so nice to get recommendations, whether I'm guesting it or I'm a panelist on it, or if I'm just listening to it. It's always nice. I can always seem to find. That's how I started watching Winona Earp. Was
Yes.
Aaron
Yeah,
A.
that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
had talked
Me
about
and
it.
Tanya badgered you enough, and now you love it.
And I love it so much, and I'm full of sads. So thanks.
Yeah, and those are some of our most popular are the what we are into. So we're definitely doing more of those this year. So
yeah, we need to do those like once a month so that I can keep adding things to my list.
They won't necessarily. They won't probably be once a month. I'm trying to do them once every other month or around that kind of thing.
Yeah, my list would be way too big.
Hey, everyone, just go in the private chat and start pitching ideas to Erin. She
Which
loves
Meg
it
has
when
already
you do.
done. I'm like,
she loves it when you do that in the middle of a live stream.
Got so many ideas.
Yeah. Well, and I just want to show this comment, and then I want to ask you, Tiff, what some of your other favorite episodes. Oh, that wasn't the comment.
Yay!
So I agree, Mal. This does feel like it's only been going for like 10 minutes. Hopefully it feels that way to my panelists too, but
I mean, my kid ran in and said goodnight to me.
yeah, I
so
saw that in the little.
I
that was
did know
cute.
time passed.
That was sweet. So Tiff, what are some of yours?
Well, clearly I missed a lot of stuff, so apologies for that. My
No,
husband
don't
has
apologize.
500 tabs open on this computer, and I swear.
You're married to Carla?
You didn't know?
She's my wife. Why does everyone steal my wife?
So I don't know about this, Megan. But yeah, so my whole system crashed, but I'm back. No, I totally agree with the what we're into. Those were really fun. But the One Hit Wonders episode was that was so hilarious because we found out that everything that we loved, of course, is canceled by ABC and Fox.
Yes.
Everything. There's literally nothing else.
But now we can add Netflix because they have started canceling
Yes,
stuff.
those
Yeah.
Julie and the
True.
Phantoms canceled? How dare? I'm so mad.
Yeah, Netflix has gotten into that game too, where they have something popular and then they just decide not to. They don't cancel it. They just decide not to renew it or to bring it back. So they term it as like
That's
a
called
limited
canceling.
I know, but they term it as like a limited series. As
You
opposed-
can't
Semantics.
You
Yeah, it's
can't do that
semantics.
after you're done. You have to do a limited series when you start. If you say
So that it
it's
has an
only gonna
ending.
be 8
Yeah.
episodes, then I'll accept it. But if you're like season 1, I fucking expect season 2.
No, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with
Monsters.
you. But they are monsters. This is how they get around it. This is how literally, this is how they get
I
around
feel so
bringing
strongly
things
about
back.
this.
And Netflix also took on way too much. That was the biggest problem. They took on way too much new content and they didn't have the capital to get all of it completed and to make the money back. We all share Netflix passwords.
Well, and you added the pandemic. I know that was messed with everything. This is like the writer strike way back when too,
Oh, yeah.
where so many good shows fall victim to circumstances that are
beyond their control. Yeah, we talked about.
Well, the
that.
writer strike wasn't beyond their control.
The writer
that was
strike.
the thing. That was
the writer strike was,
Network's good at
hello.
something.
That was network, greed.
buffoonery.
And yes, total buffoonery. But this is something, and I remember Carla talking about, one of the two shows that we liked, Whiskey Cavalier, and also what was our other one with Colby Smulders?
Yes. Oh, the Portland one. Stumptown. Thank you. Yes.
Erin A. Thank you. Yes. So we talked about that. Two things that had gotten renewed, and then because of pandemic, because of
Unrenewed.
Panda Express, then they unrenew it. They, you know, I don't understand how you get unrenewed. Yeah, basically.
I love how eloquent we are, Tiff.
You're both so funny. Yes, and yes. Mal badgered me into watching a Disney Channel original movie. Yes, we are going to be live tweeting Halloween Town High tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
I'm so excited for this because I'm not going to watch it until you start live tweeting. This is great.
Yay! So you're going to join our live tweet then?
Yeah, I probably won't tweet because it's really hard for me to watch something the first time and tweet at the same time because multitasking is not my thing. But
Yeah,
I am going to watch it.
Interesting. It's going to be interesting. I'm like, this is going to be. Well, I had to watch it. I have to complete my Finn Whitrock, you know.
Full circle.
I have to do that. So, yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to play some clips, and then sorry, I'm trying to look and see which clips I want to. So I'm going to play some Carla singing. Sorry. I've never seen any of these, Mal. I didn't even know what Halloween Town High was.
Never heard of it.
Do we have to watch more to know what's going on? This is bad.
I don't think I'm
How
saying
much prep
we
do I
don't.
need?
Can we truly appreciate Halloween Town High if we don't watch the 7 movies before it?
Okay.
Halloween Town first grade, Halloween Town second.
Halloween Town Summer School.
Pre-K.
The high school.
The summer school one is a much shorter movie though.
Especially because Halloween Town in summer school.
You don't think
Okay.
it's that deep, Mal? It's like
You're right. Halloween is something we carry within us all year round.
Yes.
Let's keep the spirit of Halloween all year round and be spooky and scare
Halloween Town
people.
High Spirit. Woo! That's their cheer, by the way.
We say hallow, you
Cheers?
say
Shut
we.
up.
Wait.
Halloween.
wow. Okay, well,
I'm just trying to make the next porny clips. All right.
so since we're talking about Halloween Town High, this wasn't what I was going to play next, but we'll play It Has to Happen. So you'll see what we'll play, and then we'll play Carla singing. So here are our next couple.
It has to happen.
It has to. You know it has to. There's just no way it can't happen. So you're just going to have to deal. So
Is it flapjack themed?
What?
Flapjack themed? I know what you mean.
I'm going to be heavily
It's like when you
featured
say,
now.
I don't only watch Finn Whitrock shows, and then it's like goes on to the other things that you watch, and it's just Finn Whitrock fan vids and audition tapes.
Audition tapes. Oh, I should during that time he has the length of that hair. It's just slicked back, so I don't know. Anyway,
He could probably. I mean,
This is
he's got the hair to
I'll
pull it
ask
off.
him when I interview him.
Yeah.
Or like stumbling along the streets, and you see him like pull a clump of hair out and look
No,
over or
no.
something.
No.
Not the hair.
That's crossing the line.
He's
Or
the
just
only
him
zombie
stumbling
alien with
by
hair.
Yes, you're an excellent interviewer, but I really think this one might go off the rails. No, I'm kidding. You would never let it. You would
No,
never
I'd
let
probably
it.
be like, no, I would
Listen.
in my heart, in my head, I'd be like, fuck. And then number 9 is the first entry in my Finn Whitrock stuff. Don't worry, not all of this is going to be Finn Whitrock. It's a movie called The Long Weekend that I do think Meg would like a lot. Honestly, you would like this movie a lot.
Do you have a top 10 for everyone and then a top 10 Whitrock?
No, I do not.
Actually, the sweetest people in the world. Like Finn.
Like Finn. Wow, I
Had
wasn't
to
the
make
one
sure
who
you
brought
get him in
him up. I wasn't the one who brought him up. That's a miracle.
Like how she's like, this is a wonderful Finn Whitrock vehicle, and also there are other people in the movie. I hear.
I
Like,
didn't mean because they're both great.
hear.
They're both great. They're
Acting
both
chops so much.
yeah.
It's not a
Very
Finn
good.
kind of love, we'll say.
Not much is. You know, I do have it on the list to do a whole month dedicated to
know.
Keanu Reeves, by the way.
But Finn, can we talk about Finn?
No.
Always.
Privilege is
Always.
revoked.
I'm gonna distract you with Finn shininess. Sure, then.
Yeah. No, really, I'd want all these shows to come back and just have Finn Whitrock in every single one of these.
Finn will save them.
I love that I'm not the only one.
It's really becoming a problem. I feel like we need some sort of support group, some
just
sort of
know.
12-step program for this.
Michael C. Hall, and then I'm thinking about that picture this morning of Finn Whitrock going, "Yes, look at my dog." I'm like, how is anyone looking at your dog when you're like right here with your hair wet, and then you're like, look at my dog.
I'm only thinking about callers, to be perfectly honest, at this point.
Oh, I like that thinking.
Yeah.
Anyway, do it like that, but I decided I wasn't going to do it that way. So no,
Also,
I
me
have.
saying his name correctly is your Christmas gift.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
No, I only have but then I would be
Frank
able to
Whistler,
see it.
listen. Okay, she would never let something go off the rails like that. I'm kidding with her because this is hilarious to me.
Screenshots, like, look what happened, guys. I need to talk about your hair for about a half an hour.
Listen, okay, 45% of that podcast interview is going to be, let's talk about your hair season by season, year by year.
That'll be fun. But you're going to be so excited because the Normal Heart features Matt Bomer and Finn Whitrock. And then Ratchet, of course, has Finn Whitrock in it.
Oh God!
And
we're
then
all
Hollywood
gonna
has
just
Darren
die
Criss in
in
it.
this weird tidal wave of Aaron
Yes.
juices.
What? Even though our band Blue Eggs,
Yes, our hit band, Blue Eggs. And we're co-lead singers and everything. And yet, you don't want to hear either of us sing, even though we will sing whether you want us to or not.
yeah. Well, Carla has a much better voice than I do, so I think we can all agree on that.
And that says it all, folks. That says it all.
Siblings.
Oh God, no. Okay, stop.
Mute her. No.
Yeah.
I love it. Love the little
Look out for
song.
the next Blue Eggs release in 2022.
Yes, man. Kill him really good. I'm
Real
serious.
good.
Kill him good. Do, 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 do. Kill him real good. Sorry.
I just
Yo, it's Dexter here and ready to kill this evil guy, Kurt. Ready to put him on my slab and stab him all to death. Come on, guys, let's go to the bar after this and pretend I'm not a serial killer, but you know I'm gonna kill him good. Kill him real good. Anyway, please go on, Aaron.
know Michael C. Hall should cover that with his band, The Princess Goes to the Butterfly Museum. They should do
I want
Call
their
us.
version of that.
Yeah. Call it Blue. No, you know what, Carla?
Blue
Eggs for them.
Yes! And it's also like the perfect pairing of names.
It is. See? Oh my
Just
gosh.
a bunch of words and nonsense. It's a perfect fit.
Yep. I'm sending this episode to Michael C. Hall's people. Don't do that, Aaron.
Oh, so that's what Christian Bale was talking to me about the other day.
Oh.
He told me, Carla, I think I'll see you on Saturday. And I was like, Christian Bale, you're already living with me. Like, I see you every day. Why Saturday ain't special? Yeah, you'll find out. No idea how excited he is about this. He has been after me forever. Because, you know, he sleeps on my couch, right? He lives in my house and he sleeps on my couch. And all he does is bug me about, remind me again, when is my month starting? And I'm like, it's freaking January. It's the entire month. Oh, I just like to hear it over and over again. And I'm like, look, Christian, okay, like, it's bad enough you're just like sitting here rent-free. You eat all the marshmallows in the house and you don't contribute to
All the
anything.
marshmallows.
He said the marshmallows. Like, I have to buy extra marshmallows for Christian fucking Bale. And And all he does is talk about himself and your podcast, which I don't mind talking about the podcast. I mind him talking about himself all the time. And I'm so excited for the podcast that's going to be all about me. And I'm like, okay, you think everything's about your little Christian.
Finally. And Carla will be there. Christian fucking Bale. Will be right? Right? Is Christian
That's
there with
right.
you now?
He is. He's always here with me, whether I want him to be or not. Just kind of sitting there on the edge of my couch, looking at me like, can I talk now? I have things to say too. I was sitting here watching Dexter as well, and you never let me share my opinions. And I'm like, okay, you share them with me all the time,
Sounds
though.
like Pinocchio. He put himself through to prepare for
I know. He puts himself through so much.
He
man.
actually implanted toothpicks just to see what it would be like to feel like a wooden boy.
I don't like it. That's a gross feeling. I can just see his legs. They go in under the skin. And mouth for that. Because I never
The horny place. She'll take you there. Ain't nobody not horny. She'll take you there.
Stop. Clap.
Yes.
Stop. Clap.
Born in
Born in blood.
And then Harrison,
born in blood.
Yes.
I love this duet.
Oh man.
Amazing. Also,
Hey! Boy, did I hear my name mentioned? I just thought I heard myself speaking.
I didn't know
Good
you were such a
evening,
talented
ladies.
ventriloquist, Christian.
Oh, I can do a great many things that you don't even know about. My talents have been stifled for far too long. Far too long.
Oh, Christian, I love
But
that you're
here
always
I am.
smiling.
I have an attitude that you should always smile, even when you feel like you're being treated like a two-dimensional figure. Always have a smile on my face.
You know what I've realized? I have realized tonight, Carla, that when you come up to visit me next time, I'm gonna have to share you with Jen Owens.
But nobody's talking about whether I'm coming along. Have you got extra space for me? Because
honestly, I kind of just figured, Christian, that you would be coming along wherever.
Oh, delightful!
I have a food shop
Splendid!
for you.
I am very excited. Please buy extra marshmallows if you haven't already.
I like how you're sinking lower and lower.
I know.
I'm just trying to get comfortable. I am a very hardworking actor, and I can't believe that you won't let me be comfortable in my own, not my own house. Just for that, I am leaving.
Goodbye, Christian.
She has entirely too much fun with that. Like,
I
it's
love it.
amazing.
That's why when we get
Carla,
Christian-
you're back. You never know who
Here I am.
visited while you were gone.
Oh, I can't possibly imagine.
It's incredible. It's incredible. Like I
I
can't,
can't
believe
even
it.
tell.
I know. It's amazing. That's why when we get Christian Bale on this podcast, you have to be there when I interview.
Aaron will give the questions. You interview, ask Christian Bale to Christian.
He will be
I
so.
just want you to know. Like, whoa. Am I talking to myself?
He's going to be very confused when I throw marshmallows at the camera.
Like, am I just talking to a mirror? What's going on? Oh, your dad always missed Santa? I understand. Although, I don't know what Santa's doing on New Year's Eve now. He's probably pretty tired. Santa's taking a goddamn break on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Christian Bale.
So all I have for the rest of us, I have a
A
bunch
festive.
of clips
We're
to
gonna air our grievances.
There's an episode.
So,
Festivus for the rest of us.
so
You
if
should do
anyone has
that.
any air my grievances, you want me to air my grievances?
No, do a
They're all
Festivus
you.
episode on December 23rd. It's all Megan because I can't. I keep interrupting her by accident.
So you do. So you want me to air my grievances? Are you sure?
I think maybe not.
I won't be on that episode.
No, you want me to do it right now?
No,
It's not December
Festivus.
23rd.
It's not Festivus.
Oh, that's what you're. Sorry, I missed that part somehow. But
I don't know how I said it like 8 times. It's a Festivus for the rest of us.
Sometimes, anyway.
It's like sometimes I just block you out. Shunned, unshunned, reshunned.
So what I have on here for us to play are you can ask each other anything, or we can play this or that.
Let's do this or that. This or that. This or that. This or that. This or that.
This
or
or
that.
Okay.
that. Christian or Finn.
Well, that's an easy one.
Me, definitely. Aaron's gonna have a quandary. Aaron's gonna kick me out.
So what am I choosing them for?
What? What?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Why not both? Yes, both. Yes, they can join my bed.
That's not how this works.
Carl and I are well versed in making tough decisions based on evidence.
For an
Definitely
interview.
effective.
For an interview, I would choose Christian Bale. For
How about for tied to your bed?
Finn rocking like 10 seconds. Are you kidding me?
It would have to be Finn because I feel like if you saw Christian Bale, all you could hear is Carla.
And it's not the same. I
awkward.
love Christian Bale and I think he's attractive, but he doesn't always do the same thing for me that Finn Whitrock and his beautiful black hair do for me. So
Like I said, I feel like you just feel like he would talk to you and be like, that's not how you say it.
I would just laugh the whole time. And not be like, "Done."
Carla has completely ruined that fantasy for a lot of people. Or enhanced it for others.
Never know. You're welcome. 5 people for whom that works better.
So, and feel free, Bex and Mal, to ask us this or that questions too. So, Carla, then I have to ask you a this or that.
Go for it.
Okay, Eurovision or A Night at the Roxbury? You could only watch one for the rest of your life, and the one you don't choose, you can never watch again.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's the
This
thing.
is Carla's own Sophie's
no.
choice. It was a textbook hard decision.
I am invested in this answer.
Yeah, same. I'm
Well,
like,
I have made up my mind. Because here's the thing. I've watched A Night at the Roxbury enough times that I have memorized it down to like every single word of dialogue. But Eurovision, my husband and son enjoy it, and I could force them to watch it with me. And there's also like all of the music in it. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Eurovision.
you have all this merch now,
Whoa.
too.
I do have all this merch. I also
You
have Night at the
lion
Roxbury
lover.
merch. So
That was her Christmas present. I got her a shirt with left on and it just
this
says
lion
lover.
lover. I love it. It's quality stuff. I love it so much.
And then I got you a mug with the Alexis stain.
With the
A little bit of Alexis. So you can
It's
learn the
awesome.
moves.
yes, I can totally pull those off.
So, Aaron, do you have any this or that's to ask anybody before I ask you a this or that?
No, I was super not prepared for this.
That's
no.
fine. That's fine. And Bex, I will definitely ask Tiff that. So then, Aaron, if you could spend just one day on the set of a show meeting everybody, would it be Doctor Who or Chuck?
Oh, that's very difficult. Man, I feel like it would depend on what season of Doctor Who it was, but I would go with any episode of Chuck. Does that count?
Okay. Yes.
I think it would
counts.
depend on what season of Doctor Who, because it would depend on who's there at the time.
Okay.
I feel
Yes,
like.
I'll accept that.
Fair.
But any episode of Chuck when I could get within standing distance of Zachary Levi, I'm okay
I love
with.
him so much. I love Chuck so much. That was such a
Because-
great show.
Have I guys showed you the awkward picture that we got taken at Denver Comic-Con with him?
No.
And I blacked out. I don't remember any of it happening. I was so nervous, and I'm like grabbing him in like a really dangerously low place.
Whoa.
I have a picture with Gil McKinney where like Lauren and I are on either side of him and we're like holding each other's legs up. But the way it looks, because she was wearing black pants and so was he, it looks like I'm grabbing his crotch. Like it looks like I'm full on getting a handful of just his business.
That's awesome.
And it was
That's
amazing.
hilarious.
It's fantastic. Well, yeah, he is the only like celebrity photo autograph thing that I just like really have no recollection of because I was so nervous.
That's funny.
But now we have an awkward picture to commemorate it with.
So Tiff, this is for you.
Oh,
Invest in a news show on Fox or ABC?
No, ABC always be canceling. Okay, I think I would take a chance on Fox because I can at least get like 13 episodes for a first season, and then for a second season, I could possibly stretch it to like 15. So maybe I could get at least 2 seasons on Fox. On ABC, I'm getting 13 episodes, and that's it, like Whiskey Cavalier. So thank you for the question. That's Bex, right? Yeah, thank you for the question, Bex. I'm going with Fox.
Interesting. So Meg, this one's for you.
Oh God.
91 Whiskey or SPN?
You know what? I'm gonna go with 91 Whiskey. Because one has awesome character development that lasts for years and years and then destroys all of it at the very, very last possible second. And the other one is a bunch of sad, repressed. I mean, honestly, it could be both. I'm describing them both, except one resolves in a good way. I would go with 91 Whiskey because it's just better. Like if for what I want in Supernatural, for like the ending I wanted, that was better. It doesn't mean I don't love Supernatural, but I'm still mad. It's been over a year and I'm still real mad about what they did to Dean. Like, and it has nothing to do with Cass even. I'm just so mad about what they did to Dean. He deserved so much better.
I'm always mad about what that show does to Dean. So
yeah, right. And so did Cass deserve better. Honestly, even Sam deserved better. Like, I hate saying it.
I disagree, but I'm just kidding.
Oh, harsh.
Little demon baby
Everybody
Dean
deserved
deserved better.
Yeah.
God.
So before I put up this question for Carla, I have a question for Tiff. And I'm probably going to say the seats wrong, so I'm sorry. So Tiff, if you have to choose between getting every show that was canceled that you loved after one season back, or getting a lifetime courtside seats to every Lakers game for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Look at her face. I knew that was going to be a
I think you broke her.
You broke my brain. Okay.
I knew that was gonna. I was like, Tiff is gonna hate me for this one, but
this is Sophie's choice. I don't think you understand. Okay. I'm gonna take the Laker ticket simply because it is dang near impossible to get season tickets. Like, you have to get on this waiting list for about probably 7 years before you can get in, like, to get decent seats. I mean, I could probably get on like after 2 years if I wanted to sit in the nosebleeds, but like to get decent 200 level, which is like lower bowl type seats. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Laker tickets, even though that kills me.
And I knew that was the answer you were gonna give. I'm
It
like, she's
kills
gonna
me.
choose the Laker tickets.
It kills me so much.
You're welcome. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
I knew that was gonna be a hard one. I'm like,
Wow.
this is gonna be a hard one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Carla, would you rather? I love this one. I want to answer this one too. I want everybody to answer this one. So, Carla, you answer it first. Would you rather erase your memories and be able to experience any show over again for the first time, or take a gamble on another season for one show?
No, I would definitely have my memories erased and re-experience a show. Yeah, it's as simple as.
But what show, Carla?
Well, okay, well that if okay, if well, I mean, it doesn't ask which show.
I'm asking which show. I am adding.
I want to know which show too. I'm adding this too. If people choose that
have to
for
name
either
the
one, you have
show.
to choose
Well,
which show. Yeah.
You two are monsters, so there's that.
God, I'm so white. right now.
Buffy.
Holy shit.
Buffy.
Yeah, I think it would have to be Buffy, because that's one that I would love to watch again without having all of the memories tied to it. Yeah.
Look, see, I read Mel's mind. They wanted to do that too.
Yeah, see? Meg and I knew what they wanted you to do, so there. Okay, so Erin, what would you choose?
I think rewatching a show for the first time would be good. Funny enough, in my favorite show, that got to happen because in Chuck, Morgan lost his memory and he got to watch Star Wars all over again for the first time. And Chuck was super jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Casey ruined it and he goes, "Hey, this one's your favorite. Watch this one first." And it was the Phantom Menace because he's mean.
No, he's the worst Baldwin.
Oh, yeah. No, I think I wouldn't mind watching Chuck again for the first time. I was really jealous, Erin, that you got to watch it for the first time recently. So.
That was another show that I was really sad I had to miss.
Yeah.
Scheduling.
Yeah.
Because I loved it.
So Meg.
That's hard.
That's what she said.
Hey. Believe it or not, that's not my answer. I don't feel like I would need to, there's no big thing to watch The Office again. I would have to say I'd probably have to go with Memory Erase, and I would probably want to watch Battlestar Galactica again for the first time. Because that was just...
That's a really good call.
Oh, it was just... It was so good, and there was so much, and it was just, and even the first time I watched it, I watched it so fast that I feel like I didn't really get to fully experience it, and digest it. So yeah, that's what he said. I smell.
So Tiff,
but I want to do all of it.
I do the Memory Erase also. Carla took mine, so because I love me some Buffy. So I guess I'll have to pick something else. Game of Thrones seasons 1 through 5.
No, it has to be the whole thing.
No,
take the bad with the good.
No,
yes,
yes, no.
Yes. Watch it all the way through.
Season 6,
No.
7, and 8 do not exist.
Yes, they do. You have to watch all of them.
Do not.
Yes, you do.
I have never heard Tiff be this emphatic
I know.
in all of the years that I've known her.
You must. You can't ignore them.
I
You can
ignore.
only give
I
seasons
choose.
an
Okay,
extra season.
here's what would happen though, is that Tiff would write herself a note saying, Tiff, only watch seasons 1 through 5. Trust me on this.
I
Yes.
say this as
Yes,
someone
I'm
who
doing the
only
Good
watched
Place.
seasons 1 through 5. I
I'm
never
doing the
watched
Good
beyond
Place,
it, and I am a
and I'm
better
writing
person for
myself
it.
a note to let myself know, don't go down the filth and degradation of Game of Thrones season 6, 7, and 8.
Nope,
Only
you have to
enjoy-
watch all of it. All of it.
No,
All of
I
it.
can't.
Every part, every bit.
I
Every horrible character destroying second you have to watch.
Hey, I didn't get to ask a question.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm going to answer this one, and then I'll let you ask a question, and then we'll have, because I know Aaron A's got to go, so then we'll have Mal's question for Aaron A too, and then we'll play clips. So I'll answer the question, then I'll go to you, Tiff, and then Aaron A with the question from Mal. So
Damn, Mal.
I would choose the memory erase like everybody else did. And does anybody have any idea which show? it would
Dexter.
be? No.
You gotta watch the whole
American
thing.
Horror Story.
No, because I'm doing that again already anyway. No.
It better be Queer as Folk. I bet it's Queer as Folk.
That's what it
Yeah,
is. I'm
of
like,
course.
how is no one said queer as folk? Yeah. Queer
My
as folk.
answers were super serious.
Yeah, they seemed really. It'd be queer as folk for sure. Okay, so Tiff, what's go for it, Tiff.
Okay, so this is for I'm not excluding you, Aaron A, so please feel free to answer this too, but this is specifically for Carla, Meg, and Aaron, because this is how we all met each other. So so
An awesome
season 2, Danny Castellano, aka Chris Messina, aka the best Chris,
Yes.
or season 2, Dean Winchester. Yeah. Who wins that battle?
Oh my god.
Tiff.
I know my answer.
I know my answer
Oh
too.
my
Very
God.
easy, actually. Easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Not
Like my
actually,
knee
but-
jerk, Dean Winchester. Danny Castellano was still, they were both messes, but Dean Winchester has more time to grow.
Yeah.
Castellano's way older. 20 years on him.
He's a cranky old man already, and he's not budging from
He's
that.
set in his ways, and we saw that. Dean Winchester, we saw grow.
Oh my gosh. This is so difficult because on the one hand, yes to everything that Meg just said. On the other hand, Danny Castellano isn't going to go and hunt monsters and bring about the apocalypse every year or so. And he's not going to go and fall in love with an angel. So, but still, that's prime Dean Winchester years. So, God. Okay, I'm going to have to go with Dean.
And I go with Dean because that's my favorite character of all time. So it'd be really hard for me to choose against Dean.
That was hard.
No, I feel like that was easier than I thought it was going to be. My gosh. I thought somebody was going to pick Danny.
Well, who would you choose then? And then did you have an answer too, Aaron? But who would you choose, Tiff, too? So.
Because I've met him like 3 times, I'll go with Danny Castellano.
I love Danny Castellano, but
Because you've met
like
Chris
3
Messina.
Yes, like 3 times. So
I'm sure if I had met between meeting them, I would prefer to meet Chris Messina over Jensen Ackles, actually.
I've met them both.
I can see that.
I've
good
met
for you.
Jensen
And they
Ackles.
both smell really, really good. And they were both very, very nice. Only,
Yes, but only one of
Okay.
them your mom has. Yeah, go ahead.
My mom has only kind of sexually harassed one of them.
Kind of.
I'm being generous, okay? Okay. He was very gracious when she asked about his ding, or told him she likes his ding dong. And the other one like made me blush
Full
through
body
all of
blush.
my body.
Me too.
With
man.
just holding my face and looking me in the eyes. Like it was the most
Yeah.
I need to go step outside for a second.
In the 7-degree weather, just to cool
I
off.
forgot my purse in the photography room because I was so flustered after getting that photo.
Well, the best part was I was flushed, but I left the photo up and I was leaving and I saw a volunteer that I knew because I volunteer at cons, or I used to, and we were chatting a little bit and I looked back and Jensen's just like pointing at me laughing, and then he called me back to do another picture. That was the thing. Like, he was like, ha, 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 look at you, because he's like, don't challenge me, and he said that in auto.
Well, because
but then she like
told
called
him.
Aaron's got to go here.
Oh,
Sorry,
yep.
I'm going to interrupt. So, Aaron, if
Sorry.
you want to answer this last one, so you get to go to every con you ever want to go to for the rest of your life, but you never get a satisfying ending, or only one con every other year with satisfying endings in all shows.
See, that's not fair either, but I feel like I'm like kind of accepting of any ending of shows. So I'll go to all the cons. It's yes. Yeah, because then I could see like people and my friends and stuff. I'm like, yeah, if I don't like the ending of a show, I'll just pretend it didn't happen and I can make up my own ending.
Yeah.
That's what fanfic's for.
Right?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Aaron, and thank you for everything you do
Thank
behind
you
the
so
scenes.
much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Bye.
go take a
feel
whole bunch
better.
of cold medicine, go to
Yeah.
sleep now.
Yeah, feel better. Feel better.
Feel
Thanks for
better.
coming on.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah, happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye. So I'm going to play a couple of things of clips, another set of bloopers, and then something else. And then we will come back and we can do more of these too, if you want to, or we can, whatever. I have a bunch of other clips too. So
I can keep talking about Christmasina's Ding Dong or Jensen Ackles laughing
We can
at
keep
me.
talking about how Christmasina smells.
He smells so
It
good.
smells so good. Like leather and cologne. Expensive.
Like, just he smells like man. So does Jensen Ackles, by the way.
Very much so.
Carlos, stop.
okay, here come our bloopers.
Oh, they're gonna say, "Here come the porn bots."
Hello and welcome to episode 8. Well, this isn't, I mean, this is episode 8 of us talking about Dexter New Blood. This isn't actually, episode 8, although it is episode 8. Sorry. Oh, we're on. Hi. Sorry. Christmas movies. My hair is doing a weird thing and I apologize for it. But anyway, so we're going to start.
Watch that without crying, but it was like so sweet and I loved it. And I'm sorry, it's time to give a dog a pill. But that was...
Is that like seeing a man up on a horse?
No, but that's why that's the great thing about fiction. I almost said friction. I don't know where this is going.
Gen Z standards.
We are not Gen Z.
We are not. Yeah,
I know.
We are Gen X. Gen. What is it called?
Gen Millennial.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So, I don't need to drive anymore. Oh no, we lost Aaron. Aaron's like, I'm at it.
Aaron is like, hey, Aaron, you were talking about how you wanted to keep this short, and now we're talking about it.
Okay, anyway.
Into the cabin, and he has that look on his face. And what?
Sorry.
Smells coming.
Thank you for that. So until next time, good night. Whoa.
It feels at this point, I think it feels just so far removed. Uh-oh.
That's gonna go on a blooper reel.
Oh my god.
I do have another one. Sorry, 1 second here.
Silence.
Have hostess horny.
Oh shit.
It's a new donut.
I'm really not that kind of person. Unless you want me to be. Because, and she was too, obviously. I mean, I think she would have jumped his bones right there if she was sorry. I am just still on the mistress thing, so it's no, but she was.
You're like, we can turn this into a sex dungeon.
Yeah, but get Kurt out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, yes.
And then off the pants come.
What pants?
Yeah, we're done with the recording, so hey, do you have anything else you'd like to say to me?
Don't mind that, Mackenzie Hall. Handcuffs, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have this.
Hey.
Sorry, it was only because it was right in front of my face. Even though his erotic thriller has been canceled from being released. So anyway, I'm glad I had this to come from me.
Your wish list must be so very NSFW.
Mm-hmm.
Your Amazon wish list.
Yep, I could see it. She's not denying it.
I know, that's what I look like.
So good night.
We know what's on her wish list.
Yep.
We know
that naughty Amazon wish list.
It's true. Get that straight. But you know,
yeah,
I could use a
not
good
in
something.
that way.
I could use a good something.
She just get spanking.
No, I'm trying not to say what I'm thinking, so I'm just not going to say it.
Why are you trying not to say what you're thinking? That's why you're here.
Okay, because my mouth was hanging open so much, it was like I was in blowjob school.
Hot in the pod basement right now.
Got someone tied up there when he's in his Dexter mode, like his pure anger. And it's not even anger. It's just like his pure, like, I'm just watching two people fanning themselves while I'm
You're
talking.
like
on
some
this
ladies in
pod.
church right now.
If you would like to be a potential guest on the show, Michael C. Hall, please feel free to reach out to me personally at I'm just kidding.
Reach out personally and physically, realistically.
Dang. I'm having my fun time. Well, not my real fun time, but okay.
Talk about edging.
Any like
And if they are, it is consensual.
it is very consensual. I believe in consent and edging as long as the edging is consensual. That's just a taste. That's the way it always is.
I swear to God, I thought you and Jen were just some ladies in church in like Alabama fanning yourselves. And Aaron's preaching the good word of edging.
Of edging. I forgot about the thing about the blowjob thing. I was like, oh.
That's what I'll call it to Marty from now on. Just edging. I'm not tired. I'm just edging.
So I know Carla has to leave soon. Does everybody else have to leave me here too? Because I have a bunch of other clips.
I can stay for a little bit. I do have to
stay for a little bit.
I do have to work too in the morning, which sucks.
I have to go in the office tomorrow because I
So do
switched
I.
my in-office days to Mondays. Because all the
I hate that for
holidays
you.
are on Mondays.
That's a good point.
Oh,
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's actually pretty smart.
But
Well,
yeah,
then-
they don't have a thing in the PTO form for calling in podcasted.
That's what you call a mental health day.
That's what you call personal business day.
Yes.
Yeah. After
So then-
talking about blowjob schools and just like just sit with my mouth out.
Yeah, I had to put that one in there. 'cause
The
that
most
was-
unenthusiastic looking blowjob in the world. Don't even cry your lips around your teeth. Just let it be. You'll miss him if you don't want to hit him. You're lucky I even stretched my jaw. I'm really trying to make the NSFW clip show next year.
You're doing a bang up job.
You should. I mean,
That's what she
seriously,
said.
That was such a small little taste, right, Carla? I mean, those
A little
episodes-
taste.
A little something.
So I will give my panelists a choice then, because I have
Mal is going through all the emotions in the chat. right now.
no a taste of my stars.
The taste of my stars less gross. They're like a roller coaster.
So, I have other clips. I have they're mainly they're just like there's dogs one, and then there's outros, like a lot of outro clips, like a lot.
I want the outros.
Outros.
You want the outros, Tiff?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm willing to answer the dog question too, if you want to do that really quick.
I like dogs.
Oh no, it's dog clips.
clips.
But I could ask you a
Oh.
dog question. if you want.
What's your favorite dog? And why?
Well, I thought
Doggy
If you had to kill
style
one
or-
dog in a
Wait.
TV show, what would it be? And why?
Did you see this though? Aaron A asked us what our favorite dogs, animals are in movies and shows.
Yeah, and then I said zombie dogs.
You said zombie dogs. Who else said something? I think that might have been when I was gone.
Oh, that was in the private chat.
Yeah,
Right,
that
right.
wasn't for the world to
I was like,
consume.
what?
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
That was private.
I didn't think that was. I didn't
That
think
was a very
private question.
personal question there.
I know.
I didn't know that was not for mass consumption.
No.
Well, then we'll be very PG here. What is your favorite dog in a dog movie? Then we can do that. Too.
Aw.
Carla, are you gonna go? Are you thinking?
No, I'm thinking. Go ahead.
Okay. Mine is Forever and Always Benji.
Aww.
Benji the Hunted is my favorite dog movie ever, and I always get misty at the end. Don't judge me.
Aww.
It's on Disney Plus for anybody that wants to watch it.
Are you still thinking, Carla?
I am still thinking. Please go
Okay.
ahead.
Mine's Hooch, because he's kind of dirty and stinky and annoying. But he's loyal and a hero at the end.
Oh.
I'm gonna pretend like at least the first part's me. No,
Oh my God.
I shower you guys. I promise.
I'm so happy.
I
you
showered today. No, he's
So she
just, like,
says.
everybody hates him, and like this is not like me trying to identify with Hooch, but he's just like everyone hates him. He's such a destructive kind of but he has so much value, and he's so good, and he's so like that is the dog movie I cry at the most ever in my entire life. And Tom Hanks is in it, which I mean, honestly, that's it. I had not seen the remake because why would you? Why?
I started
It was
watching it.
perfect.
I
It was
actually started
perfect.
watching it. It was horrible, but yeah.
No, you don't need to remake it. It was perfect. When
Yeah.
he's like got the car wash pole thing and he's trying to give him a bath,
Yeah.
but who's just still scared of him. And like
Yeah.
he's a beer drinking dog who's grumpy and was so loyal to his to his owner that he wouldn't leave his side. Like it just, I loved
Yeah.
him so much.
Yeah. So did you
Now
just
I'm getting emo. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go cry.
did you decide yet, Carla?
No, I haven't decided. Please go while I'm still thinking about this. This is very difficult for me.
I was like, dogs. What about cats? Cats don't get enough attention.
Cats rule, dogs drool.
Salem, the cat from
quite literally.
I love Homeward Bound so much. I get
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Sorry, that just
that's-
reminded me of that. No, I would say Jerry from the movie K9. That was the other one that came out around the time of Turner and Hooch.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
prefer that one to Turner and Hooch. But I love that dog. That German Shepherd. That pissed Meg off, but whatever. I'm just kidding.
That's what I'm really upset. That's my line.
Yeah. So Carla,
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the dog from Up because it was a cute dog.
Oh yeah,
And
Doug.
also, yes, and also it's animated, so I never have to like let it out. Big plus for me.
that is a big
squirrel.
plus, trust me. Yeah, with the snow we've had here, that was so much fun. Walking Fergie this morning was like,
Well, also
wild.
with just the general having to let a dog out or go out with the dog, and I'm like,
Yes. Yeah.
listen, no.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite thing. I have a big yard, so I don't have to walk my dogs if it's
Well,
gross
good
out.
for you.
Well, Fergie is like, she's like this ball of energy. So yeah. So, but
Yeah.
so Mal said Airbud. He is the reason we got our first family dog, and that dog is the reason they have their dog now.
Aw.
That's sweet. Yeah.
Airbud was a fun movie.
Yeah. Well, these outro clips are long, so I will warn you. But we since they're outros, we'll close out with that. We'll skip the dog stuff since everybody wants the outro videos. So we will play.
It's like, fine, guys. No one likes dogs here.
No hard feelings.
Outros.
All the hard feelings.
So these are all from Dexter. So I also put. Hey,
Well, in that
this
case,
is-
dogs. No. They're also all from Dexter.
no, the dogs are. But, no, there is because there's the part where Fergie talks into the microphone. I'm gonna play the dog ones too. So here we go.
Find us on Twitter. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm trying to be professional here, unlike everybody else. Pod on Facebook at Bedwet Behead Podcast. And you can find my photography on Instagram and Twitter at Carlatemis, that's CarlaTemis. And maybe now they can stop laughing at me and like plug their own crap.
We were laughing
Carla.
at you. Peace out.
Is in the grams of instant, my family bubble.
Grams of
And
instant.
Aaron, where can we find a Fandom podcast? You can find Aaron on Twitter at E.
And if you would like to be on this guest
On which guest? Because I'm very picky. So I have standards, okay? I need to vet whoever's going to be on me. So I'm saying.
Who's just gonna be on this guest, sir?
No. You need an invite. Submit your queries, please.
I know anyone can see this at any time.
Yeah,
Except for
Spotify,
Pandora.
iTunes, except for fucking Pandora. Bunch of fucking bougie bitches and their forms, and we'll get back to you. Whatever. Don't need you. And
It's a Fandom Thing Pod on TikTok. Kind of like a TikTok.
with bravado too. Check it out.
Yeah, make it a triple. You have Bedwed Behead, My Streaming Bubble, and the best, it's a Fandom Thing.
The Wild Women of Podcasting.
The most
Wild
modest.
Podcast. Yeah.
Check us out on Twitter at bedwetbeheadpod, Instagram at wet.bed.behead.com. Wait, no, that pod?
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a second. At bedwetbehead pod. At bedwetbehead pod. Pod.
Whoa, and then she just sucked down.
Pod.
And Jen.
What?
Oh,
we're on. Yeah, hi, I'm still here.
What?
Present.
Facebook at facebook.com. It's a Fandom Think Pod. On Twitter at Fandom Think Pod. Fandom Think Pod. What the
No,
hell?
it's in that one.
Yeah, no, thank you, Carla.
Calm.
Yes, and I promise I'm very professional in my interviews. Go
Like,
listen to
listen to literally any other episode other than this one, and you'll see just how professional she is.
So Michael C. Hall, did you hear that? Finn Whitrock, did you hear that?
Okay, let's close up.
I also
before
have some
Erin
space
says
on
something that makes them
Magnolia.
take that back.
I'm
Erin is
not
solid
done.
for her birthday month.
Yes, come talk Magnolia with me. We can talk about frogs falling from the sky. That happens in the movie, okay? That's not like
Oh, I know. I was just waiting for it to get dirty, and I'm like, please don't do that. Please.
no.
I've gotten
No,
us back to a classic place.
I'm
Please.
very professional. But I will say, never mind.
She will say goodnight.
I did have something to say. Okay. This is the stupidest thing we've ever done. Perfect thing. Soon to come, it's a horror thing. It's a Fandom thing. I sound like a robot.
It's a horny Erin thing coming in February.
Yeah.
For all of your single
February.
person
Horny.
Valentine's needs.
It's a horny Erin thing that absolutely needs to be one.
Oh my gosh, it's after midnight my time.
I know. I was
Close
trying to
out.
wrap up earlier, but you insisted that we talk about this. Anyway, so catch you later. Say yes, mistress.
Would you say shit like that? Catch you later. Check you later. Check you later.
We are talking about Dazed and Confused next year in April. Jen will be on that one. So
Love that. Love that movie, man.
Me too, man. Check you later.
Check you later. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, everybody. Good night.
ARLATEMIS.
Awesome. That was really like soothing when you first started. I was like, I wanted to like dim the lights, light some candles.
I was going for an ASMR feel. Hello. Welcome to my relaxation zone.
Yeah.
You.
Oh, I'm on the internet there, and you can find me on the old. Well, you can listen to the podcast, on well, just about wherever you get your podcast. You like the Spotify? I'm on the Spotify, don't you know? You like the Apple? Oh yeah, I got the Apple. Oh yeah. And what's the other? Oh, Pete. Fuck.
At work, don't you know? I need to listen to something relaxing.
Well, I'm just gonna go fire up the deer and crack a beer and throw in the headphones and listen to the old podcast, and just do the passes back and forth, keeping them laying straight,
Sure to like the show on Facebook at facebook.com/It's a Fandom Thing Pod. On Twitter at Fandom Thing Pod. No, it's in that one. On Instagram at It's a Fandom Thing Pod. On TikTok at It's a Fandom Thing Pod. If you would like to be a potential interview guest on the show, Michael C. Hall, Christian fucking Bale, Finn Whitrock, feel free to email us at itsafandomthingpod@gmail.com.
I love that. There was something very like ethereal about that. I don't know. Like I just felt like I was in space. I don't know.
You were. So anyway, we are done.
Okay, good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Let me hit in broadcast. I'm playing it anyway. Turn off. decide. I mean, I watch a lot of dark and twisted stuff, as you know, but I do appreciate that because
I'm sorry.
that was amazing. That is so going to be a TikTok. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's amazing.
I'm sorry.
That was so perfect too.
That
It
was
just
so
like-
good. We did a random fandom mention when we talked about Dexter. Oh my gosh, Fergie.
Dog
Music.
barking.
Yeah, dog barking. Every time it's about to be, I really should have just shut the door and shut the blinds because
Fergie has
Fergie
opinions.
barks at everything. Fergie has opinions. Fergie's like, watch forever, watch Ted Lasso. No, Fergie's probably like, will you just shut up in there?
An episode where your co-host is Fergie.
Yeah. She has come in on some of them, like been like come in here and just been like, you will pay attention to me.
I want to see Fergie with little like headphones on.
I have a picture of her with headphones on that I shared on Twitter a while ago saying, this is my new co-host.
He seemed like he had a lot of love to give.
Yeah, and Wilson Cruz is amazing.
Yes.
Oh
Fergie
my gosh.
agrees with me. Thank you, Fergie. Finally, some agreement from that house.
Dexter. And that was beautiful. That was especially since you had the Dexter Fergie. Sorry, she's just like, she's like, seriously, she's trying to play.
So I have been watching like a lot of TV. Is he doing it?
I love the dog though. No, that's another bingo square. I know you already got bingo, but maybe you can get bingo a couple
So I'm
times. So.
making horrific sounds. I was on the phone with someone the other day and she goes, "Are you feeling okay? Is that your stomach?"
Fergie?
Oh my gosh, she does the best Dexter impression.
I knew you were going to say that. So she's not like pain. What do you think of Angel? What do you think, Fergie? What do you think, Fergie?
And I thought I was excited about Angel.
Yes, just with the animals.
Aw.
The
With
dog.
my kids really want to be on like one of the live streams, and I'm like, no. And they're like, can we watch? I'm like, no. So that'd be a family friendly pet.
Yes,
pet
we'll
kid.
do a pet one.
What a mess. Talk about an editing nightmare, Jesus.
Oh my god,
Right?
that would never be released as an episode. If it's being live streamed.
All of them-
Patreon only.
All of them like, okay, can I talk about Minecraft for 2 hours?
That'll be Fergie's time to shine.
Yeah. Fergie jumps up on the chair. Hey guys.
You never know what will happen. I felt so called out by Jen Owens doing her Wisconsin accent. Eh? And I feel like it's really something we can all kind of get right into. It's like we all have to try to not do the Wisconsin accent.
Well, she did it quite a few times on that episode.
I miss her
I
face.
love-
I have to call her.
I loved
Call
how
her right
like
now.
a solid 70% of the outro ones were from the 7th and 8th episodes of Dexter.
I know.
Because the 7th episode, we were all like drunk.
was
None of
so
us were
drunk.
sober. None of us were sober for that episode.
Well, I love it. So I feel like Aaron is just like, I have done too many episodes and can't go through all of them for the past year. I don't say Wisconsin. I say Wisconsin.
Yeah, that sounds completely different to me.
You know what?
I
like
probably do.
I don't say Wisconsin like all you Christian Bale fuckers. I'm not fancy. I know how to say my own state's name, Mal.
So I guess we will close out then.
Well, I had a this or that for Tiff, but I didn't
Oh, yeah,
get to
no, go
ask
ahead.
any. It's
Go ahead.
fun.
Yeah, ask me. I'm
Go
ready.
ahead.
Okay, would you, if you could only pick an extra season for Pitch or Forever?
Megan.
I know.
Oh, you're evil. only because I think the chemistry between Henry and Joe was a little bit stronger. I'm gonna say Forever.
I agree. And also there's still the mystery.
It was the mystery. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think there was just the option of going in so many different directions with Forever, whereas Pitch, even though I loved it, was, I mean, it's about baseball and the relationships on a baseball team. But we're talking about, somebody who has lived like 200 years and has seen and done so many different things. And there were so many other stories that they could have told with that. And then, I mean, my gosh, Alana de la Garza.
I've never forgiven
and
the
Yoan.
cancellation of Forever.
Oh my gosh, Yoan Griffith. Oh, his face.
He's so pretty.
He's so swoon worthy. And that, oh my gosh, his accent, his natural accent, because he always does a British accent, but he's actually Welsh. So if you hear him speaking his Welsh accent.
Maybe that's why Carla does Christian Bale as an Englishman.
It's all I know.
And she's just like, that's what a Welshman sounds.
I feel like it's close enough geographically. At least he doesn't sound like he's from like Massachusetts or something.
And Mal agrees with us, Meg. Forever.
Whatever you think of my Welsh accent, always remember it could be so much worse.
Adore your Welsh accent.
Your Welsh accent is fantastic.
Your Welsh accent should be studied. I'm not going to say by or what topic.
I feel like where Meg is going with this is like maybe by your therapist.
I say maybe my team is psychiatrist. Maybe by some just doctors. Also, I love Carl and Chip. Like, we have to go pretty soon. And I was like, well, we're gonna close out the show.
I'm gonna close out my computer.
So you're done then? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying this melatonin kicked in half an hour ago.
Oh. She's hanging on by a thread.
Okay. Well, I do want to say, I guess we can just completely close out if everybody wants to do that. Well, Meg doesn't want to close out.
No, it's fine.
No, we don't have to.
Okay. Around. Just lining up.
Anyways, I'm going to tell you where I can be found.
Okay.
And that is the podcast that Meg and I co-host, which will have new episodes coming up very soon. Bedwetter Behead Podcast.
We start recording this week.
Woo-woo! And you can find us on Twitter at bedwetbeheadpod, on Instagram at bed.wet.behead.pod, on other places that are also social media. Just look for Bedwetter Behead Podcast. And the podcast itself can be found wherever fine podcasts are downloadable. You can also look for my photography on Twitter and Instagram at Carlatemis or my website, carlatemis.com. That's CARLATEMIS.
Awesome. Love you.
I love you. Good night.
Night.
I love you, face too. Night. The sexy ladies. Bye.
Bye, sexy ladies.
Oh, yes.
I want more of this or that. No.
Okay, well. Let's see. Whether this or that's can I make you choose?
Take 1 second.
I have no idea.
My oldest daughter just texted me, I'm going to come say goodnight to you. I was going to bring you a bottle of red. I don't need a bottle of red. But thank you.
Said to.
Sorry. All right.
Can you leave that computer out for me so
the microphone's on.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't.
Go away. I love you.
Leave that computer unplugged for me tomorrow.
Go.
My therapy.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to mute the microphone.
It's fine.
Okay. That's what happens when you do stuff live. You never know what's going to happen.
Damn kid.
So, do you have any this or that's then, Tiff? Because my mind is drawing a blank.
Well, now I'm sad. How dare you?
Well, no, Meg had one, right?
I had one and I said it.
What
was it?
You know what
I
I'm
said
saying?
it to you, Tiff. No, I just said I wanted to answer some this or that's.
Oh, okay. Yes, the forever. I'm sorry. That's yeah. I apologize. It's
I was
Sunday
trying to
night.
think of a Lord of the Rings this or that for you, and I couldn't. And be like, Aragorn, who survives?
Oh no, not who survived.
But then I realized we're gonna do a Bedwed Behead episode of Lord of the Rings with you. Not that we're gonna let you play with Aragorn, but
you are dastardly.
Tiff,
Adam.
what's your theme? What's your theme on our show?
I know you always give me the worst things ever. They
You're
give me the
gonna do
worst.
hobbits.
They give me the worst things ever. No, you're gonna give me dwarves, aren't you? You're gonna give me dwarves.
Hobbitses.
Hobbitses.
I don't know. We haven't talked about it.
Okay.
I want to see some more clips.
I don't know if I have any more clips.
Aaron's like, I'm done.
No, I can download some more. I'll download some more. Do you have any more this or that questions? Feel free to ask those too.
I do want to take a second and throw some appreciation to Mal, who is like the best freaking listener and fan that any podcast ever could ask for.
Yes.
Carl and I do not do live episodes of Bedwood Behead, which I feel like the world should be kind of grateful for. Being totally honest. Because I feel like Carl and I doing a live stream Bedwed Behead would just be too much. Too much.
It would be a lot. It would be a lot.
It'd be
That's
rough.
cool.
But
That's
she's
cool.
But yeah, I love Carla. But Mal's at they're always in the chats.
Yeah.
And always hyping us. And I think that's just awesome.
10 out of 10, Mal. You're great.
I agree.
Also, I like that your outro clip was basically Carla promoting my podcast over and over and over again.
Oh, there's a good one, Aaron.
Oh,
From
what?
Mal. If you could play Spin the Bottle or Truth or Dare with any cast of characters, which game and who would
Whoa.
it be? Ooh.
Holy, that is amazing question.
That is a good one, Mal.
Yeah,
That's a
Mal,
really good
Mal
one.
and Bex, keep the questions coming. You guys have some awesome this or that.
I agree.
I can't think of
So-
any because I'm old and drunk. Not drunk. Not drunk. Just tired.
Do you have one for that, Tiff?
Let's see.
Because I am downloading more clips since Meg
Spin
wants
the
more clips.
Bottle or Truth or Dare, huh?
How about 7 Minutes in Heaven?
Well,
Oh yeah, 7 minutes in heaven.
if you do 7 minutes in heaven, though, that takes so long. If you have somebody if you have a show that has a big cast,
That's true.
You don't
You
have
know?
to play it with every person in the cast. You just have to play it with that cast.
No, you have to play it with every person.
yeah, that's the
So
rules.
okay,
Them's the rules.
okay, then I automatically know my answer. If 7 Minutes in Heaven, I would
What
just
is
skip like one person.
Well-
I would 100% do 7 Minutes in Heaven with like 2 of the people in Supernatural.
2 out of the 3
3.
main cast members.
No, I would play Spin the Bottle with Supernatural cast probably. I feel like the odds are in my favor. Most of them are pretty hot.
I would play Spin the Bottle with the cast of Angel.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Angel
I
seasons 2 through 5.
I will join your game.
Oh, okay. Nice. The more the merrier.
Aaron's like, I'll play Spin the Bottle with Finn Whitrock's one-man show. Fling. Spit shine.
Mal
You
likes my
always
answer.
win. You always win.
Yeah. That's a winner chicken dinner. check it out. Mal liked my answer.
Yes.
Thank you, Mal.
You had a great answer.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty
You
darn
avoided
good.
the whole Xander kerfuffle.
Oh heck yeah. No, I couldn't do Buffy because I think there are a couple people in Buffy that I just want to avoid. Especially like season 7 Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
Those potentials.
You don't want to make out with Riley.
Gross, man.
Okay, so I love the idea of truth or dare with the with supernatural characters. However, I feel like Dean and Sam would be horrible darers.
Yeah.
Like I would never pick dare for either of them. And then Castiel wouldn't even understand the concept of the game.
He wouldn't get it.
Like even when he gets like even in season 10 when Metatron's like, oh, you get all the pop culture, he wouldn't understand the concept of he would give you the worst dares in the world. That's okay. I would just cuddle him. I dare you to snuggle with me for an hour. I know, Mal. I'm just saying.
Now I'm trying to think of some character that you'd have to choose between if you would be like 7 minutes in heaven with them, or if you're trying to choose some characters.
Oh, same, Bex.
For you to choose between. No, I would not dare Dean to do that. But...
Oh, wait, Aaron, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
You could only save one character in all cinema, all TV, all movie, all theater. Which character?
Fuck. Oh my gosh. You're even including, you're not just TV.
Everything.
Oh my God.
One character.
It's like everything that's ever been written in the world.
Everything
that you've ever consumed. Who would it be?
Oh my gosh. I don't. That's a really hard question.
This live is going to go on for 7 more hours because of that question.
I know. No clue. Oh my gosh.
I hear the Jeopardy music right now.
I know. I'm trying to. Fuck, I don't know.
If it helps, I could never answer this question because I'm an asshole. That's why I gave it to you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I'm
fine. From TV. Any character from TV. We'll like bring it down a little bit.
It's so obvious, but I guess Dean. That's so obvious, though. I hate that it's obvious.
But you're not wrong.
That's the hardest question.
You're not wrong. I mean, part of me wants to say, oh God, I'm spacing on his name from Friday Night Lights.
I've never seen Friday Night Lights.
Well, then I won't spoil it for you, but a character gets shot in like it's terrible. Yeah. There's a death, and there's a few deaths in there that are actually really awful and horrible.
Oh my.
But Dean's not wrong. Like, I would save Dean. The poor man got like 5 weeks of enjoyment.
Yeah, and he deserves so much more than that. But yeah. Who would I place? So I want to choose people for you to choose between for 7 minutes in heaven, but I can't decide. So Tiff, for 7 minutes in heaven, would you rather have Danny Castellato or
Finn
I was
Whitrock.
trying to she doesn't love Finn Whitrock like I love Finn Whitrock.
No one does. It's just
no one
it's
yes,
become the weirdest knee-jerk reaction for me too now.
It's so, that thing is so weird to me because I'm like, there's like this part of me that like feels this shame. I'm like, should I feel this shame about liking this person so much?
No,
It's
you
this
absolutely,
that's my knee-jerk
should
reaction.
not.
Unless I'm talking to Jen or Susie or Aaron, I have this thing where I'm like, I should not even mention this person. I'm like,
you should absolutely not feel shame. So I have this thing in my family, and it's not your fault, where we figure out something to tease someone about, and then we just latch onto it forever. Like, I still get teased about stuff from when I was 7. And it's a sign of love in my culture. And again, I've never seen anything this man is in. I've never actually watched this man act in anything. I just
Go
his
watch
name,
The Long Weekend, dude.
his
You would love
name
The Long
sounds
Weekend.
unreal.
It's not.
I know
So-
it's not. That's what makes it even better.
I don't know anybody in real life named Finn. I know nobody named Finn.
I've never met an actual Finn. Oh
Never.
wait, no, a friend of mine named their son Finn, but I never actually met that kid.
No, never met anybody. Don't know anybody in real life. Go ahead, Aaron. What were you asking, Aaron? Danny Castellano
or I'm trying to think. I was gonna ask Maggie to pick between Chris Messina characters, but I don't know what other Chris Messina characters you like.
That
So
guy
that
from
was-
Suicide Squad.
No, that guy was horrible. I'm not gonna make you choose. The character in 28 Hotel Rooms.
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Castellano is this literal villain.
No, the guy. Okay, the guy.
But Danny Castellano in all seasons, not just the
I
couple that are
know,
good.
but the guy in 28 Hotel Rooms is a cheater.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
true.
Yeah,
That's
he's
true.
a cheater. I mean, Danny
That's true.
Castellano
I didn't really do that very well.
was such a butthole in seasons 4, 5. I mean,
what was the movie he was in where it was the zoo? Him and Jenna Fisher.
That was
yeah, what is
that's
that
a good movie too. I
That's
have
such a
him on
good movie.
IMDb. The Giant Mechanical Man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good movie. That's a really good movie.
And
Yeah.
that's a much
There, you
better
have to choose
character.
between those two. Sorry.
Oh,
Between
okay.
those two.
I'll choose the one from the Giant Mechanical Man.
Yeah, that's a good
I think the
I
one
mean-
he was very sweet in
I
that.
would still choose Danny Castellano because one is a man who spray paints himself and is a robot, and the other is a doctor.
But
So, from a purely economical,
I forgot
oh,
about
Are you
economics, too.
using the TIF rule?
I
Are you
am.
applying the TIF
Did you
rule?
know, Tiff, that we have banned the Tiff rule on Bedwed Behead? Yeah, we can't divorce anymore. If you're married, that's it. Because it became too easy. It became too easy. Like, I'll marry them and then I'll just divorce them and take half their money. That became too easy.
I feel like my heart has been ripped out
The betrayal.
and stomped on. You have completely derailed my plans for economic domination.
So Mal's had some questions in here.
I had to pee again, so I'll be right back. It happens. I'm sorry, I had children.
This one I'm gonna save the one that's the really hard one, although it's really kind of easy, my answer. But would you rather make a TV show a comedy that's a drama, or vice versa? A drama that's a comedy, or comedy that's a drama?
That's an excellent question, Mal. I think for me, I would like to make a comedy into a drama. I think it would be easier to write a comedy into a drama than it would be to do a drama into a comedy. So just from a purely like easiness standpoint, I would go comedy into drama. Because I think the other would be really, really hard.
That's a good point. Although I prefer dramas to comedies, but that's a
Right.
good point. That's a really good point. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna steal that answer.
That's a good point.
So Meg, would you rather make a TV show a comedy that's a drama, or vice versa? So a drama into a comedy, or a comedy into a drama.
So, like a current comedy and turn it into a drama?
What it doesn't. I don't know if it has to be current, but I'm not thinking it's current.
Okay. I think I would rather turn a comedy into a drama.
That's what
because I feel like it's a lot easier to make. It's a lot easy. Well, you know, like you think of The Office as just an example, very clearly comedy, and it has dramatic aspects to it. But you could very easily turn that into a drama if you just kind of tone things down a little bit. Oh, Kevin Can Fuck Himself. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was really good. But to try and be like turn the Americans into a comedy, I don't see how you can make that leap.
Yeah.
But if that's every time like an existing show and turn it into the opposite. But I feel like the best shows combine both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, I'm just gonna put this up here. Would you
Wow.
rather feel every named character death at every show you watch like it's your own loved one, or never get to read fanfic again?
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm like,
Jesus Christ on a
Mal.
cracker. Mal comes in with like the real.
Mal came in with the heat.
I know. I'm like, wow, that's.
Oh, that's a good point about the last question about the comedy
I
into
agree,
drama.
Mel, yeah.
Yeah, about Scrubs. Yeah, that's a good one because Scrubs did have a lot of very dramatic moments.
Yeah.
But it was a comedy at the
the one with it's got what the fuck? Noel. God damn it! Why can't I
Scott
remember?
Foley?
Scott Foley. Thank you. Like I forgot his name for a second there. That the whole Scrubs episode with Scott Foley in it is a great example of that, where they took really it like broke your gut. I feel like it makes it better, honestly, when comedies do dramatic shows and makes it hit harder.
That episode where Dr. Cox lost 3 patients.
So it's so long since I saw that show, but there are just such fantastic episodes. But as far as feeling every named character, okay, so I'm not counting the true crime I watch because they are actual people.
Yeah, don't count that.
I would rather feel every named character death than never get to read fan fiction again, because I already kind of feel that for characters I really, really connect to. Like, I mourn them when they die if they're a character I really connect to.
Yeah.
And same with family members, if I'm being totally honest.
No, I totally agree.
I've had relatives who passed away that I was not connected to. I'm like, oh, that's sad.
I would give up fanfic.
Oh my gosh. Aaron's like, nope.
I'm already too emotional. I know.
Look, I wept like a baby. I have like literally just bawled seeing some characters die on TV shows more than I've cried during. I mean, I have a huge family, so it's not surprising. But when you really connect to a character, and I feel like that's evidence of good writing.
Yeah.
And I can't be mad that a character is so well written and acted that I get so emotionally invested in them that when they die, I feel like it's a loss of someone important to me.
Yeah.
I feel like doing that means it's that much better TV or movie consumption than I'm getting. Like, I was heartbroken about Tony Stark, and I'm not even a Marvel fan, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt
yes,
like
Bex.
Yeah. I hated, I've only watched Endgame once and I will never watch it again. My daughter had it on in the background and I completely walked around and did not pay attention to it because I hate that movie. Thought it was a cop-out, thought it was whack. And the fact that the person who always gave the most of himself and he didn't get the ending that he deserved, because he deserved to have his happily ever after with Pepper and Morgan, and god dang Steve Rogers flies off into segregation because
just wrecks a home,
destroys a home, destroys a life. And I don't care if it was a different timeline. I literally don't care, because he knew that Peggy was married to a different person. And somebody tried to argue this with me on Twitter. So whomever that person was, if you're watching this, you were totally wrong, because she clearly says in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, she clearly says, he saved my husband. He saved my husband. And she has 2 children in the background. So how is that her husband? How is Steve Rogers her husband when he saved her husband? So, person on Twitter, you were wrong.
Well, then
I'm
the other
right.
thing is, even if it was just them like even if he just went back to have one last dance with Peggy, really, that's it. Like
That's how you end it?
like,
Yeah.
yeah, right. You go back, like that's how you decided to just spend your time. But I feel like my feelings about Tony Stark dying, like I'm really pissed about it, but also he has always really wanted to be the hero, and I feel like so much of him never felt like he actually, like, besides the bluster, besides his show that he puts on, I don't ever feel like he ever really felt like he was truly the hero, and this was his real, I don't want to say redemption, because he didn't do anything that really needed to be redeemed. I was 100%, by the way, Team Iron Man in Civil War.
Heck yeah.
So I don't feel like he ever did anything that needed to be redeemed, but I feel like in his own mind, he was always like that billionaire who had a lot of tech and had a lot of toys. So he never really felt like a hero. Like we talk about Batman being the same kind of thing, like a vigilante with a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that moment for him, I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
Did it break my heart as someone who loves Iron Man and loves Tony Stark? Absolutely. But I feel like for him, it wasn't so sad of a moment. I'm heartbroken that he like missed his daughter's life and everything like that. But I feel like this was something that he felt called to do. And it's not like, and I'm going to compare it to Dean Winchester for a second. It's not like this is a character with suicidal ideation who only found peace when he died. The message was totally different between the two of them.
Yeah. Well, he says it to Cap. He says, I've got 2 reasons to live. Yeah. So Tony totally did not have any type of suicidal ideation at all.
He just did what had to be done. And then I feel like at the end, though, when he made that choice, I think he felt at peace because he felt like he saved the world. He saved he saved everything.
Yeah.
With that sacrifice.
See, well, I mean, here's the problem. Like, people gave the Russo brothers way too much latitude, because they gave us the perfection that was, the Winter Soldier. And then everything they did after that was just a piece of boo-boo, because they changed the rules in their own universe.
Yeah.
They changed the rules. How do you go from Infinity War, where you have to make a sacrifice you sacrifice that which you love the most to get the Soul Stone, to Endgame, where Natasha flings herself off of a cliff and you get the Soul Stone then? How does that make sense? Because she death by suicide. It doesn't make any sense. You literally just changed up the game. We have gone so far off track.
Also,
I apologize.
I'm reading Bex's comments, and I feel like Bex does not want to hear my thoughts about Bucky. So I'm just
oh yeah. I'm sorry, Bex. I am going to have to disagree with you on that one. I have got to disagree with you on that.
If I had any slash ships in Marvel, it would be Stoney, not Stucky.
I don't like Captain America. I'll be right back.
Aaron's leaving us.
Keep talking about it. I'm just not as into this, but
I don't get the Steve Bucky thing. I
don't get it either.
I don't get it either, because I see them as brothers. I don't see the whole romantic thing with them. I see a brotherhood. But I'm the same. Yeah, Aaron's in and out.
No, I that's one of those things where I don't necessarily see, like, I'm not to invalidate other people's readings for it or anything. I just don't personally see it. I see a bit more Stony, but I feel like that's kind of reading a lot into the comics.
Yeah.
And the comics of all of the Marvel characters tend to be a lot more like
That's true. There's a lot more innuendo in the comics than there are in the movies. And I think it's because, I don't know, the prudish, USC cinema.
They're just trying to cater to the homophobes, and then they're like, well, other people will come anyway, even if they're not.
I mean, because obviously in the standard Marvel verse, it's Bucky and Natasha, because they have this, this history when they were, when he was obviously the Winter Soldier and she was Natalia. Romanova.
They
So,
are both pretty, Bex.
They are both pretty.
I
Sebastian
understand.
Stan he's something
And
else.
Mal, you can send me all the TikToks you want. My opinion is based on Winter Soldier and Civil War. And I don't know. I was team Iron Man in Civil War, so it's really hard for me to be like, oh yeah, Bucky, when Bucky, like, it's not through no fault of Bucky's own. Like, I will preface that he was under mind control, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But he caused Captain America to basically just say fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna let everyone burn for this one person.
For one person.
And
from
I don't know,
the
clearly
family
I'm on the
yeah.
wrong side, because I'm sure the Stucky fans are like, oh my god, that was so romantic. And I'm like, you suck.
I'm like, this is not romantic. You just burned down Germany.
You're the you destroyed the world for one man, and then you don't understand why Tony Stark is mad because the dude killed his parents. Like, how can he be like, I don't get why you're pissed?
Okay. Oh, and Bex mentioned Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I have not seen that yet.
Bex, I hated it. Like, I'm sorry, but I hated that series. I think it's the worst one out of the Marvel series on Disney Plus. I loved WandaVision. I loved Loki. And
I've seen enough to watch Loki, and I'm really excited to actually watch
Loki is
it.
fantastic. And even though I cannot stand, Jeremy J. Inner Ray's face, I actually really, really liked Hawkeye, which I cannot believe I'm saying that. I cannot believe it.
My husband and my daughter, like, neither of them are big, the Rename fans. Rename Genere fans. But my husband on Christmas was like, Taylor, you want to watch? Come on, let's watch the last episode, because he was so excited for her to see, because my daughter's a huge fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he was so excited for her to see that it all.
Yeah, see, Bex is right about that. It was because of Kate Bishop. Haley Steinfeld was such
and Florence
a good.
Pugh.
Oh my gosh, can I get a series of Yelena Belova? Please, Disney Plus, don't be cowards. Give me
I'll
my
just watch Florence Pugh in anything she's in.
Give me my
I haven't
Yelena
watched
Belova.
any of these shows.
Aaron's like, this is my show.
I know.
You guys have hired. We let you go to the bathroom and let your puppy out.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Wait, Aaron, you've seen you watched Midsummer, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
yes.
so I mean,
oh yeah, I know
Florence
who she
Pugh's
is.
work.
Yes,
Yeah, she is amazing as
I haven't
Yelena.
seen Midsummer. I saw her in Little Women, I think, the first time.
She
was so good.
She's incredible in Midsummer. I will never watch that movie again because it is
Same.
it is horrible. It is. Yeah,
it's so hard to watch.
Meg,
you would hate it, Meg.
Meg, you would hate it.
Despise it. Are you kidding me?
Oh, Beck said that she thinks we're getting that series with Yelena.
With Yelena?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm really excited about all these things I'm hearing. I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to watch these Marvel shows, because I'm not really a Marvel fan.
Right.
Like, I'm tangentially a Marvel fan because my husband and my kids both really like it. But I haven't seen, what the hell is the one that just came out?
Spider-Man.
The Eternals?
Oh, I didn't watch that.
I haven't seen Spider-Man or The Eternals yet.
I'm going to see Spider-Man on Friday. We're going to the drive-in. My daughter and I are going to the drive-in. But I did not watch The Eternals. I'm waiting on that to come on Disney Plus. So we'll see how it goes. I heard it was beautiful. I heard it's beautiful. I heard it's wonderfully shot, and the director Chloe Zhao. That's all right.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard she puts a really nice spin on things, so I'm looking forward to it. I did watch. I finally watched Black Widow.
I haven't watched it.
Florence Pugh makes that. I mean, Florence Pugh and David Harbour and Rachel.
I just watched Shang-Chi.
Rachel Weisz. Shang-Chi was really good too. I thought it was like the cinematography is outstanding and the action sequences were really great in Shang-Chi. 3 out of the 4 people in Black Widow are really good. the person that it's about is
Then
like,
there's another one.
then there's that other person. The main character is like womp womp.
I was trying to think of a this or that for Aaron, and it's just really hard because
Night, Bex.
Night,
Hi,
Bex.
Bex.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I was trying to think of a this or that for Aaron, and I just can't because my brain is just like
I know my brain is like boop, 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 boop. It's like
boop, 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 boop. Well, and it's like
it's powering. My brain is powering down right now. The children
Well,
go
it's
back
like-
to school tomorrow.
mine too.
And I'm
My
like,
sister's
"Hey."
kids are home for the rest of the week because their school's closed down till the 10th.
Wow. Are they with you?
Oh no, they're with her.
Okay. I was about to say, do you have extra children in your house right now?
I know, right? But I'm like, so Aaron, I am curious for our Regency episode. Was there anything that made you want to read or watch a Regency book that we talked about or a show? She goes, no.
No. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing.
None.
It's not
None.
my thing at all.
She's like, there
No,
will be.
I liked it,
Aaron's
but-
like, there'll be no Bridgerton in the near future. That will
And
be-
it's funny. So I was on Sudden But Inevitable and doing Donnie Darko, and I was like, you guys should do Sudden But Inevitable Bridgerton. And they were like, no, Meg.
If you were met with silence.
No, I was met with laughter. I was like,
okay.
I just want to talk to somebody about this goddamn show.
You can talk to me about it, although I'm refusing to watch season 2.
Why? Because Reggae Jean Page isn't in it?
That's right. And he was the one reason that I watched
Simon is
it.
the worst.
Well,
No,
yeah,
that's
but-
not true. Daphne's the worst. Simon's
Yeah.
the second worst.
no, Daphne is gross, but
She's awful. But here's the thing. I love Anthony. So I'm
don't
so
really
excited.
care.
And I've read the books.
Okay, well,
so
you read
it
the books.
changes the perspective a little bit. I'm so excited.
Here we
Hey,
go.
who's
Weirdo.
Garrick?
Oh,
Weird people.
Garrick,
Woo.
Wilhelmina. Okay.
They've been
Done.
blocked.
Okay.
Boom. Mal, yes. Badger Jesse about it. Let's do Sudden But Inevitable Bridgerton. I just want to hear Jesse and Josh and Ricky D from Best Flicks with Ricky D talk about bodice ripping Regency romance. Aaron's like, I'm ready to close out.
Yeah,
Can we be
Aaron's
done?
like,
I've been like doing other stuff while everybody's been talking.
While we've
I'm
been
like,
talking.
Okay, I'm letting you all have a little bit of a because I'm a very giving host.
You are giving host, but I have to sign off. It's been real,
Hi,
ladies.
Tiff. Yes, it has. Yes. So thank you, Tiff, for everything and for
Love
being
you.
on. And
Love you too.
bye.
Bye bye. I'll see y'all next time.
Yes.
Toodles. Bye, Mal.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Bye, Mal. Oh, wait. I don't know why I said bye. Except for, well, I'm ready actually to close out.
Aaron's like, now it's just Meg. I'm done.
No, that's not why.
I know,
because
I
I'm like,
know it's
I've been
not
ready
why.
for like, I'm like, so yeah. So thank you, Meg. Then there was one. I
There
did
was
download
one.
more clips for you, but we won't. We don't need to do that.
You can just email them to me. It's fine. Wah, wah, wah. Although I have to tell you, so watching your guys's, I watched one episode of your guys's live feed of Dexter or your
Mhm.
live stream, and it gave me a lot of FOMO. I'm kind of mad because, like, it's like, oh, 3 of my favorite people all hanging out without me and having
Aw.
fun.
Well, you could, like we said, you could just
Hang
watch
out, and
Dexter.
have a bad time.
You just watch Dexter, and it'd be
Don't
all
hang
okay.
out and have a bad time, and then I'll be fine. You're all hanging out and having a blast. By the way, you should do another Office episode.
Those were not very popular, so that's probably not going to happen.
I'm gonna keep pitching episodes to you just randomly.
I know.
Except the
Like,
problem is
I have too many.
I will pitch episodes to you, and then you put me on them. Like, I didn't want to be on them. I just think they're a good idea for you to do.
Well, I actually do have to go.
Yeah, it's fine. So do I. It's 10 o'clock. I have to go to.
This
I have
is
to
the
go to work
weirdest
tomorrow.
closeout too, because I had a whole closeout plan and then we went off the rails. But love you, Meg. No, I love you. So thank you for being
I love you
on.
too.
So
I'm excited to finally see your face in person in
yes, I know. I have it
8
on my
months.
calendar. I know. I have it on my calendar. I do. So yes, I'm very excited about it too. So yeah. And thank you, Mal.
You're
and
amazing.
and Mal tomorrow, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Halloween Town High. Hi.
Oh, that's when you guys are doing your live stream?
Yes, I'm gonna have a very
Or your
very conflicted feelings about this live tweet. I'm gonna have very conflicted feelings about this because I've looked at clips from this and I can't find him attractive in this because he looks like he's 15 years old. So it's very conflicting.
So
but
I know that I'm on the Prestige episode at the end of the month. I would like to talk about illusionist and Prestige parallels.
okay. Okay, if I remember
just
that.
remember those came out. And I remember those movies
They
came
did.
out at the same time.
Yep.
And it was
Everyone
like
talked
you
about
were an illusionist fan
Yeah.
or you were a Prestige fan, and
Yeah.
never the twixt shall meet.
It's very
All right.
okay.
I love you.
Love you. Love you too. Bye, Mal. Bye, everybody.
I
Just
won't say
Mal.
where I can be found because Mal already knows.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say because yeah. So good night. Night.
Bye.